Yeah, okay. Yeah, welcome to the regular meeting of Public Art Review Board of October 15, 2025. Time is 6:08 p.m. I call our room.
All
Thank you.
right.
Yeah, you want,
Yeah.
yeah,
Chair Merritt is absent this evening. Member Sandoval,
Here.
Member Schaufler,
Here.
Member Skinner,
Here.
and Vice Chair Zhao.
here.
All right, thank you.
And then you can call the.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I was waiting. Let's call the agenda, approve regular meeting was from the April 30th, 2025. Recommended action approved as a substance. Where's the vice? You might the question answer from the community member of staff.
Yeah, so this is an item to approve the regular meeting minutes of April 30th. And you can invite questions or answers from any of the committee members to staff, if any.
Me?
I motion to approve the minutes from April 30th.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, great.
All, or we have to do roll, call roll.
You're muted.
Hopefully I don't do this all night. Was the second Member Skinner?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, Member Sandoval,
Yes.
Member Skinner,
Yes.
Member Schaufler,
Yes.
and Member Zhao.
Yes.
All right, motion approved. Thank you.
So at the time, I would like to open the public comment for the person protected on the any matter on the list of agenda that pertain of public art review board.
Yeah, so if there's anyone here that would like to make any comments from the public for any items not on this agenda, this would be your time to do so.
I don't know what the items are, so I don't know.
Okay. We're going to be talking tonight about, there's a proposal from Youth and Arts to install a mural at the Pickleweed Library. So it's one of the items. And the second is going to be regarding the 2026 exhibit schedule for Falkirk Cultural Center.
You could share an agenda.
Yeah, by all means, if there's agendas there, if you haven't received one, you're more than welcome to take a look. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
It doesn't look like there's anything.
So this close the public comment. now? The public comment is closed. Request the staff response to question raised during the public comment as needed.
Since there are no comments, I think we can move on to item number 3.
Other agenda, our community, our stories, I think it's mirror to the Pickwick Library Children Room. Recommended action, recommended approve and advertise of the proposal of City Council for final review. The 2026 expressed.
We can actually, we'll stop right there. We'll focus on that
Okay.
first one. And thank you. I'll take us a quick moment to do introduce Daniel Avalos, who's my counterpart in the library. And also want to welcome, we've got some representatives from Youth and Arts here that I know we're representing. But before we turn over, just wanted to share, I'm really excited about this proposal. I think this is a really fun one. So Daniel, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Sure. So just a little background, because I know Barbara and Taylor have a pretty good presentation to show you about the mural that we are looking to install. But the Library and Recreation Department with the San Rafael selected Youth and Arts to design a mural that we'd be installing in the new children's room at the Pickleweed Library once renovation is done next spring, summer 2026. So our ask was pretty straightforward. We wanted the mural to represent the youth of the Canal neighborhood and their voices to really come through in the elements that they chose to incorporate into the mural. And they'll present right now on kind of the process and the elements of the mural. And our goal is to print the mural on vinyl and install it in kind of a little kind of stage area inside the children's room that's probably about 10 feet wide, 7 feet high.
Daniel, if I could just share maybe a couple just to frame like where we're at in this process. So, you know, we received this proposal. We did a call for artists, received this proposal. This has already gone to the Pickleweed Advisory Committee for their review. It went on October 1st. Did receive some really great support from the community. There are a couple comments I think that were received, but it has already gone through that part of the process. This is the next step. The ask today would be for you to review it, and then if approved, it would be recommended to go next to City Council for final review. And they have the ultimate say on this because this would be considered more of a permanent installation that would be longer than 1 year. So just to kind of frame like what your role is in this today. So.
I can introduce myself really quickly. Hello, everybody. I am Barbara Yupik Gomez. I am the program manager at Youth and Arts. I oversee and coordinate our programs there. I'm sure many of you are familiar with us, but in case you are not, we are a nonprofit organization located in downtown San Rafael on C Street. And we provide our education programs to our local community. The bulk of the work that we do, though not exclusively, happens inside the schools during the school days. So we provide teaching artists to public schools or our local community, essentially. And so currently we are in all of the elementary schools in the San Rafael City School District. So that's like TK to 5th. And then we have a couple of sites in Richmond and we've worked with like other counties like Sonoma in the past. And we also have a program called Arts Unite Us, which is it's our program in which we provide residencies for students with special needs and different learning abilities. And that's through the help with the Marin, Marin County Office of Education. I was like, what does the C stand for?
It's called Marin.
Yes, there's a lot of acronyms that we use. But the program that made this specific project possible is our intensive arts mentorship, which offers an opportunity for young artists to work with professional artists. And what makes our organization unique from others is our focus on the social emotional learning piece that underpins our residencies. So like what we call our 3 C's, our pillars are creativity, compassion, and confidence. So really our focus is on the creative process, nurturing students, exploration in the arts, and overall just learning rather than like really like learning hard art skills. They are learning that, but not so much focus on like the performative piece and creating something polished. Like that comes with time. We're truly just trying to emphasize like the process of it. And it's a very involved process, as you can see. You can go on the next slide. I have some pictures of some of the other murals that we have done in the last couple of months and years. A lot of the murals that we've done in the last couple of months are at our local, or at the elementary sites that we are currently in. So the top one is Laurel Dell Elementary, which is right around the corner. On the bottom left is Venetia Valley, and the one right beside it is at Bahia Vista. There's 2 murals that we've done at Venetia Valley, and then we've also have an art piece at Arbor Park in Terra Linda called Regeneration. So yeah, these are all these murals are primarily student-led. The professional artists that we work with are really just there to provide guidance and mentorship and really facilitate the process of coming up with ideas and the final design. And then, of course, the installation process. So we can go to the next slide. So yeah, as I mentioned, our program is primarily student-led. This is also a paid opportunity, which is what makes our program really special. So it's a free program for the students. They just have to apply, and then through our our selection process, we work with the lead teaching artist to pick out like a cohort. And yeah, they're all paid, I want to say $15.50. They're all paid by the hour, and they get a stipend at the end. And this is a great process in which like a lot of the students that come from different schools, and they bond through our workshops, and it's just a great overall learning experience of like working together and being able to engage with community members. Yeah, we can go to the next slide. And so this is Allie. She is one of our teaching artists. She's currently teaching with us at in one of our Richmond sites. She's at Montalban, and she has a like very varied like art experience. She's like a very multimedia artist, does drawing, painting, a bit of sculpture, and we picked her one. Like since she's one of our artists, she's done our professional development, has worked with the students that we serve, and just an overall great personable person, very personable. And so like when we pick our artists, we really try to think about like their abilities, and also just like the kind of engagement that they'll be able to provide for our students. Go to the next slide. So this is the final piece. It's entitled Our Community, Our Story. And a little bit about this piece. It's primarily done through like acrylic paint. There is some watercolor, and it's almost a collage. It is a collage process. Like the main piece is like the slide, the tree, the individual people. Those were all worked on individually by the students and then cut out and then pasted on a bigger piece of paper. So this mural depicts, I can read a little bit about what Allie has wrote up. The mural depicts the many diverse community members who engage with the library and celebrates the role that education and imagination plays in shaping the futures of young people. Students take a good amount of time ideating, researching, and drawing inspiration at the beginning of the project. This specific cohort spent time interviewing community members, speaking with families, having fun at the park, library workers and designers of the newly renovated library. They met with Abe and they discussed the design of the library. And it was just a great opportunity for students to ask direct questions and get direct information from the community members and take that into consideration as they came up with the final design. And then, yeah, from like left to right, you can kind of get like the growth of our local community members, from playing in the park to playing on 2 feet, playing basketball and studying and finally graduating and to a bigger and brighter future. yeah. And I think that's it for that. And this is just kind of a little summary of like how long the process took. We had a total of 5 emerging artists work on this. We had 9 workshops total. So that was anywhere between 3 to 4 hours each during the summer. So students took time from their summer to commit and do this project. They all did just about 29 hours of sketching, painting, and working on this specific mural. And they each went home with a nice little chunk of money at the end. Yeah, and this is a free program, as I mentioned at the beginning, which is really important. I think a lot of other art programs are, I mean, you have to pay, and in this case, it's free. It removes that financial barrier, and we actually pay them, so they get a nice. They start to develop a sense that the work that they do is very, very valuable, and it's a great way to get youth to participate and see the value that they have and provide something that's nice for the public. Yeah, that's really it. Kind of the process in a nutshell. There's any questions? I don't know if I missed anything.
Did you say the murals on paper?
Yeah, so the actual design is on paper. It's 2D.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's printed, or it's painted and then printed?
So it's painted, and then we did a digital imaging through Black Cat Studios. And then that will get printed on vinyl.
And just as a quick pause, typically we'll ask for the commissioners if they have any questions, board members, if they want to go first, then we'll open it up for public comment. Totally fine. It's a relatively informal group, but we just like to stick to the rules. So.
I was just, it's lovely, so interesting and colorful. I was wondering about the vinyl material. I'm just trying to imagine, what does that actually look like and how is that installed?
So we actually had, at our temporary location, we had the rendering from Bahia Vista. We actually had that installed on the facade of the temporary location. And it's a pretty sturdy kind of plastic that it sticks. The backing of the wall has to be a certain material for the vinyl to adhere correctly. But it's the type of material that holds on to the resolution really well. So the colors are vibrant, and it's formatted once from Youth and Arts in a way where the rendition of it doesn't lose it's not pixelated or I don't know the entirety of the process, but that's kind of what and it's this yellow one on the bottom.
I can, if it's okay, I
Yeah,
can speak to it a little bit. So we actually used the same process when we did the mural that's up at Arbor Park in Terra Linda. So it's like they have different types of vinyl, but it's a very, very high quality. And it's matte. It doesn't have like the sheen that you might see in a lot of vinyl reproductions. And then it's professionally installed by Davis Sign Company. And so they do this all the time. But like the photo that we had done at Black Cat Studio is at extremely high resolution. So. Nice. Yeah, I think it's just so that we didn't have to have students painting in the, yeah, and it can be done beforehand too, so it can be installed, which is nice.
Any more questions?
Well, I'm just curious, is that, so I would just care, the flying object, that's that's an airplane, right?
On the
Is there a banner that,
yeah, it says pickleweed.
oh, it says Pickle, okay.
Oh. Oh, it's word. I cannot see that far. Yeah. So should we go next?
I'll just say a comment. I guess for the record, that I love the program and the opportunity for the kids to participate in artwork that they'll get to see later on as they grow up. And the message kind of is consistent with that. I really like it. So thank you.
So I think if there's no more comments or questions from the board, then you could open it up for public comment from anyone in the audience.
Oh, really? Okay. Do you want to open up for the public? No?
And yep, anyone that's
Anyone
here
wanna
in the
answer?
audience.
Anyone has questions here? Anyone want to?
One thing that I would just like to mention about the Intensive Arts Mentorship Program is it's really thought of as a creative on-ramp, an on-ramp to creative careers for these students. So often students, either throughout their own internal thought processes or from external forces, are taught that the arts aren't necessarily a career path for you to explore. And this is a really phenomenal opportunity for people to be able to have that option, to be able, as Barbara said, not only to engage in a free program, but to engage in a program where actually getting paid, to have that value instilled on these students that their work matters and that this is a viable path for them is an important part of the program as well, behind being able to create beautiful artwork in our community.
Any other questions?
Is this an annual program? Is it every summer there's a project identified? And then a team of students?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Every summer during the school year, I actually am coming from another mural projects. Today was the first day, so it was the first workshop. Yeah. Okay, yeah. All year round, pretty much.
It's good.
Yeah, so if there's no other questions, then you could request a motion in a second for the recommended action.
We go now for the 2026 exhibit schedule.
Before that, we have to
Before
call
that,
for a
call-
motion for approval for
Oh,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah. Like the first time, yeah. Where is it? Request for a motion, the second for.
I will,
Am I allowed?
I don't think you're allowed to vote on this one because you're.
I didn't think
so.
Request a motion to approve?
Request
Yeah.
a motion to approve, like Becky.
Second.
yeah, I move. I'll move for a motion to approve.
Okay. All right. Member Sandoval,
Yes.
member Skinner,
Yes.
and are we not including member Schaffler?
Correct, I think
I'm
member.
recusing
yeah.
myself.
Okay, and then member Zhao.
Yes.
All right, motion approved. Thank you.
You are welcome to stay, but you also don't have to if you'd like to. So thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I think next this would be going to our city council for their final review. So thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Have a great evening. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, Dan. Should have mentioned the cookies here if anybody wants cookies too.
Yeah.
They're just for Robert, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
To move on to the next one.
Mhm.
The FERCA 2026 exhibition schedule. 2026, the FERCA exhibition schedule, is, for here, this one?
No.
Yeah, can we, oh yeah, I was just gonna ask if you could
Yeah.
pass the.
Yeah.
Pass the packet.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I can do a quick introduction on this. Just want to welcome Debbie Yunkin, our senior recreation supervisor who will support Falkirk, and Patty McCauley, who's the program coordinator that oversees Falkirk directly. And thank you both for being here. I'm going to turn it over to both of you in just a minute to kind of share a little additional information, but to kind of help frame this up one as well. A few years ago, or historically, I guess I should say, we used to accept applications from artists to exhibit at Falkirk on a rotating basis. As they came in, we would receive them. And we also have exhibits at Falkirk where we've worked with curators and groups to bring in group shows and exhibits. And so a long-standing history of having art exhibits at the Falkirk Cultural Center. A few years ago, we decided to try something new. We wanted to see if we could increase some of the demand and the visibility of Falkirk, and also bring in some new artists. And so we decided to do a more intentional call for artists. And that was successful. You know, this is year 3 that we've taken this approach. And I think we're continuing to refine it, try to make sure it really works, really look at our exhibit schedule and balance the programmatic needs of using Falkirk for some of our internal programs, as well as using it for this open exhibit space. And so I want to say thanks to Debbie and Patty for all the work they put into that. I think that they've done a really great job of balancing those needs. And we had a really successful year so far in 2025. And so I'm going to turn it over to you, Patty, if you have anything that you'd like to share to kind of set this up. We did print. I know we've got printed copies of proposals that we can share. We can put things on the screen as we start the discussion. So, okay, I'll turn it over to you.
So we received 15 applications this year. And the artwork is all, beautiful. So this last year, we're just going into the last group in November coming in, but all of the artwork has been well received. If you are interested in coming up, the show that's up right now, people have just been loving it. So I would encourage you all, if you can, to stop by before that goes down. It's been great working with the artists, and everybody's been really happy, and I hope we can keep going.
So Patty, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share a couple bits of information from the staff report just to kind of help clarify, like, what's the decision that needs to be made today, and how are we hoping we can approach that decision. There are some decisions that will need to be made. As Patty mentioned, there are 15 applications that were received. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because this is a little hard to read. This is the staff report that was part of the packet. I'm going to scroll down to the table. Well, first, I'll just review. I think 2025 Falkirk exhibit schedule, like Patty mentioned, we've had a very successful year. The winter juried exhibit is one that's, we kind of call it an in-house. We work with a curator to help support that.
We had about 70 artists that participated in that. And the galleries were chock full with different art pieces. So when people apply for that, they can enter up to 3 pieces, and then the different artists are chose to exhibit for that show.
Yeah, and I know Patty and I have recently talked about how that's an important part of our exhibit cycle and program, because it really does bring in a wide variety of artists for that exhibit, which also has a huge draw. We find that the more artists we can bring in to exhibit, the more we bring people to Falkirk to see it and to participate in that. So there's a lot of benefits to making sure that those juried exhibits and some of our internal programs are also part of the calendar. I think the Terra Linda Ceramics Show is another example of that. That's a very popular program that operates primarily out of the Terra Linda Community Center. A lot of local appeal and interest, and usually has a really big draw.
There's about 50 artists from that program exhibited in March, and right now there is an exhibit up at the library in the new area that was built. On the first art exhibit up there to give the space a try.
Yeah. So this is kind of reflecting back on how 2025 went. Not quite done yet. We still have one more show coming up November 7th with 3 artists. And you may recall you were all involved in helping to make this happen. So thank you for helping us to allocate exhibit space last year. I mentioned we have 3 shows planned for this year that I would call open exhibit spaces. We are planning for the Winter Jewelry Show again in January through February, the TL Ceramics Group in March through April, and then an additional Fall Jewelry Show that would be scheduled in September and October, which is going to leave us with 3 open blocks. Falkirk has 3 exhibit rooms available. The way that we've approached this is on a staff level, we've tried to really look, and really Patty and Debbie are the ones who've taken a look at the proposals we've received and tried to see how do they align with our guidelines. First and foremost, is this a logistically feasible exhibit? You know, we do receive proposals for all kinds of 2D and 3D artwork, and sometimes things may just not fit in our space because it's a little bit unique. There's also, you know, we want to make sure our artists are willing to comply with guidelines, that they're available for the dates of availability, and just try to better understand how it may be appealing to San Rafael community members and community members in Marin. But ultimately, we've received more proposals than we have space for. And so we will likely have to make some decisions this evening on which artists receive space and which we may not be able to accommodate. So one of the things I did want to share in the background is, like Patty mentioned, we're trying to build out maybe more opportunities for artists to exhibit in other city buildings. So we did a pilot program in the library for the grand reopening where the ceramics artists were able to install some pieces. And I think that's worked well, and we may be pursuing that more in the future. And we may be pursuing other city buildings. I think City Hall we've discussed as a possibility. We've done some temporary art installations there. We had a exhibit at the Borough Community Center with Bryn Ventures this year. That's been well received. And so one of the things I may offer up as an opportunity this evening is if we're unable to accommodate all of the artists, or, you know, there's some that we might want to put on a recommended wait list for future opportunities. That would be something that I would recommend as considering. You know, the board could just add that into their recommendation that these alternate artists, while they're not getting Falkirk space, maybe staff could consider them for other opportunities as they arise throughout the calendar year. And then we would talk with them and see if it's a good fit. I think, you know, that's not directly what these artists have applied for, but it'd have to be a conversation of whether. So I'm going to scroll down. I think the this table here represents all of the proposals that we've received. It summarizes based on the criteria that were shown on the last page. I can.
Do you want to print? I printed some.
Yeah,
too.
if you can have printed copies, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, so here's some printed copies of that. Yeah, we can pass those out. I was waiting to pass those out until we kind of did the the big picture.
Just one, right?
overview.
Everyone have one? Yeah.
This summarizes the total number of points that each proposal received based on the criteria shown on the last page. You know, the total number of points is there as an indicator. It's not necessarily there to rank these artists in any particular order of what you should be choosing. It's your choice on which artists receive space and in kind of what configuration. We have the 3 rooms for each exhibit, and so in theory, you could make a decision to recommend one artist for one room, or one group of collective artists for one room. You could also choose to give them more space. You know, some of these artists have identified that they'd be comfortable using just one of the rooms. Others have said no, that they really need all 3 rooms to accommodate the show and the proposal that they've put forward. And that's really up to the board to make those decisions on how to allocate space. You can also see the dates of availability. Some artists are available for all 3 sets of dates. Others have indicated they might not be available for all of those dates. And so I think that's kind of summary. I know, Patty, is there anything else you'd add in regard to how the board can make this decision?
Well, I just wanted to point out too, there are a couple of artists or groups that participated in 2024 that had exhibits in 2024. And then also, the last couple of years, you have given a couple of alternates in case an artist can't participate. And that was very helpful because that came up for this last show. One of the groups had to cancel, and so I went to the alternates and was able to get one of those two artists to come.
So just to clarify, is it okay to ask a question?
Yeah, I think this is a great time for it. Perfect.
Okay. I see these dates of availability. So there's 3 different opportunities for shows. Okay.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, you're trying to choose how many artists per, I guess 3 or less per.
There's 3 rooms available. So a collective that maybe has 6 artists, if they're willing, they could go into 1 room. And then you could pick 2 other artists for the other 2 rooms. Or you could say that there's 1 artist who gets all 3 rooms, or they get 2 rooms, however you kind of want to figure that out.
And then how is it decided who would be slotted into which time period?
That we can go through and determine, like, you 3 of all available on this one date, you're not available on this other. and
It's a
narrow it down.
conversation with the artists.
Well, I think,
Well,
I
we'll
think
probably figure it
last, I think last year, you guys grouped the artists, where you thought they would fit best together.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, there is some thought, I think, that could go into, you know, the type of art in each room, and whether it blends well and aligns. I think there is some level of kind of staff conversation that I appreciate if there is some flexibility that Patty can go back and work with artists, like she hinted at. Sometimes we need to, you know, be a little flexible in how we line this up to make sure it works out for everybody.
So I have a question about not these particular pieces, but I guess I'm a little surprised that we only have 2 coming back from 2024. And I guess, have you received any feedback on, or do you know why that is? Like, I would expect to see.
I think
more.
people think they shouldn't apply every year.
Okay.
And so,
Colleen.
thank you, Colleen. Colleen was with the Second Friday Art Salon group. And they were in 2024, and I think they felt like we shouldn't apply every year. We want to give other people a chance, and maybe we're not going to be accepted every year. So I think people are holding off and not applying every single year.
Is that fact? They cannot apply every year?
No,
or-
they can.
can? Oh,
They
okay.
can if they wanted,
Yeah, I heard somebody say.
but I think they're.
Yeah, I heard somebody said, oh, I did a show there a few years ago, probably I'm not allowed to apply. I don't know, it's not
Trying to
true,
give
right?
others an
I think we
opportunity.
ask
Yeah, I
that
think
people
that's
don't
fair.
display the same artwork that they displayed in the past. So like the Friday Art Salon, when they come back, you know, I would ask that they don't have repeat pieces that were in the last show that they did.
I think when we established this kind of new approach 3 years ago, one of the criteria we did look at was whether artists had recently exhibited with us. And to that, really with that goal in mind, to really bring a diversity of artists in, try to bring some fresh artists in, but not necessarily to exclude anyone who's recently exhibited. And that sounds like a great point of clarification moving forward, that we can clarify with artists that just because you've exhibited in recent years doesn't mean that you're disqualified or excluded. We do welcome it. I do think it's something to consider, right? I think as you're looking at the artists, if they have recently exhibited with us, it's just a consideration.
Yeah, and I guess I was more curious if you had heard, like, if the reason was anything negative about the space or something that we should be aware of, but it sounds like it's not,
No.
that's not the case. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. And I'll just say too, I know there's some decisions, we haven't landed on like a very clear process or criteria for how you make it. I think it's more open to discussion, and we're happy to share things on the screen, share these proposals if you want to take a look more closely at them. and really turn it over to you to decide how you want to make the decision this year.
And the goal is to decide by the end of the meeting tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
It's not as daunting as it sounds.
So this is
It's
less applications than we had to review last time. Or got to review, I should say. It's all these.
Oh.
It's the same.
Oh,
But we have a lot of them. Yeah.
You printed a lot.
These are each individual.
Oh, you printed them all individually?
There, each one is.
Yeah, I think so. That stack is,
Oh.
each one is an
Oh.
individual proposal from each artist.
boy.
So if you wanted to flip through, you can take a look at the table and pull up a proposal from each artist if you'd like to take a look. I'm also happy, if it would be helpful, I think last year what we did is
Yeah, just-
we pulled each proposal up on the screen individually and had an opportunity as a group to look at each one and then launched into discussion after that.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
probably better.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up these proposals.
Yeah, it's out here.
So I'm gonna start with the Nikki Contini proposal.
I'm opening the
Some-
cookies if we're
somebody
gonna
had
do
to do
this.
I brought the cookies for a reason tonight. so
Yeah.
I forgot.
Jump on in.
So these are,
Wrong one.
yeah, these are all
Extra.
different. No, these are
Oh.
all different. What is this?
Different.
Yeah, so these are each.
No idea. That
That
looks
is
good, though.
16.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, oh my God.
we have Nikki Contini's,
These are,
this is Illuminated Hearts, the last works of healing and care.
so he's gonna show.
And
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go down to the artwork itself here. If I need to blow anything up, let me know. Hey Becky, on the Zoom view, I'm not sure if it's possible to make the content any larger or not. On our screen, we see the bottom kind of bar with participants and everything and the upper bar. I wonder if we could maximize that view anymore.
Let me see. I'm not sure how I could do that, but let me see if there's an option.
Thank you. So I'm just gonna scroll down through these. Let me know if at any point you'd like me to stop, slow down.
Is it worth reading the artist statement while we're looking at these? Or we just wanna go?
If you'd like
with the
us to, I
visuals?
think we can, or if you'd like to pause on the screen, but they are in front of you. If you'd like to take a look, you can kind of read through
Well,
that.
there's one copy for each artist, right?
In front of you right now, yes, yeah.
But like.
You want this one too?
Mm-hmm.
But only
So
one?
you have this one copy for the first artist that
Oh,
we're
you
looking
guys
at.
not to have it? Well-
that what you're wanting to get rid of? There's a copy for each of the
Just
artists.
wonder if there's
one
any way to-
copy for each of the artists.
Make it better. I'm not sure
Oh.
if there is.
So here, you guys wanna share, take a look? You can pass, you can pass.
I think we're just interested in the artist statement,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah, you
maybe.
can pass.
Well, yeah, so
Maybe
just a
Karen wants to
question.
read it.
Yeah,
Sure, just,
okay.
would we like to do that as we're looking
I
at
think
each
that's
one?
wonderful, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll read this one. Illuminated Hearts, Glassworks of Healing and Hope. Illuminated Hearts is a body of fused glass panels, sculptures, and uplifting artworks that has been developing in my studio practice over the past few years. While the heart has long been a central symbol in my art, the series grew out of a time of both personal and global upheaval. During the early days of the pandemic, I began layering hearts into my work, not only as a search for connection, but also as an act of hope for my family during a time of crisis. What began as an intimate practice has become a broader reflection on what the world needs most right now, more heart. Want me to go on? Across cultures, the heart has long symbolized our shared capacity for love, compassion, and endurance. In a time of polarization and collective challenge, I see it as a vital reminder of our shared humanity. Each work in this series explores themes of healing, courage, gratitude, and forgiveness. Crafted primarily in glass with copper and silver foils, many pieces also incorporate wire, and some fold in other materials such as clay. The collection includes standalone panels, wall hangings, and sculptural works, each offering a moment of light and reflection. The collection includes both small, intimate pieces and larger works. Together, they form a cohesive body of art, adaptable for either a focused selection or a complete exhibition. As a longtime teaching artist based in San Rafael, I would be honored to share Illuminated Hearts with my community and beyond. My hope is that these works remind us of the healing power of art and the urgent need for heart in today's world.
Okay. So that is Nikki Fantini's proposal. I'm gonna move on to the next one.
Okay. Let's find the next one.
So I've got Maura Harvey as number 2. Apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name tonight.
Maura Harvey is the next one.
Number 2 or?
I think that was.
I think it's yeah, right here. That's that one.
Would you like me to read the artist statement?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know.
I think that's the only copy that we have.
It's only one
I
copy?
think there's one copy per
Really? There's
artist.
too many.
Yes.
We only printed one just for sake of saving. some
Okay,
paper.
so we'll just work through the stack. This is a family retrospective. My father's work, my art, and explorations by the next up generation, my grandchildren. So the artists are Maura Harvey of San Rafael, her father, James McWhinney, who deceased, but from Encinitas, grandchildren, Henry and Grace from San Diego, Mariah and Irene Nyberg, and Sabine Gherkin from Fairfax. And her statement reads, I adorn each woman I create with a crown like a queen. I paint each sunset, bird, flower, and tree with reverence and joy. The artifacts incorporated in this work include jewelry and small objects and add the energy and power of collaboration. They send a message of hope and understanding.
Yeah.
And 3 galleries are requested for the artwork in this one, right?
3, yes.
Yes,
But
requested,
one
but
is
they're
acceptable.
fine with less.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any other pens by any chance?
Yeah, I got one hanging around.
Oh, thank you.
Now Marin 6 artists. Do you have what you have?
No, I don't. It's not here.
I know.
What is this one right here?
For what?
It's like a,
Spence Snyder, okay.
This not.
start.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I need
Oh, wow,
one.
so many pens. You need one too?
Here. One for me.
Take your pick. Thank you for reading the artist. Sure.
Okay, so
You
this is
found it?
Marin 6
This is Marin
artists.
6 artists. Marin 6 is a consortium of 6 seasoned Marin County artists who joined together in 2020 to participate in exhibitions. They are united by a passion for painting and a shared belief that collaboration fuels creativity. The group offers a wide range of approaches, including abstraction, figurative expressionistic, collage, and the wonders of color. Along with the diversity of styles, the combined works have consistently made for exceptional and cohesive presentations. Each artist has shown extensively in a variety of juried venues, group shows, and all have continued to accumulate accolades. Marin 6 artist proposal will present a collaborative community, a cohesive exhibition that reflects a diverse art aesthetic that provides and solidifies itself through a collaborative community of visual expression across 6 artistic styles. A sense of place artwork inspired by various places throughout Marin County, along with specific iconic locations, the scenic landscape and colors expressed in a realistic as well as abstract aesthetic. Figurative art presented in collage and painted medium. Visually, a sense of place, external and internal, connects us to all our communities and to one another. Working with an artist group, this proposal provides a visual interpretation from 6 different artist perspectives, gives the show visual variety, and can be curated to fit the overall venue space. So it sounds like they're flexible also.
I assume it's 6 artists.
Right, it says Maroon 6. Let's see.
I had some bios in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I'm 6.
That would
The
make
6
sense.
artists are Yuan Chen,
Mhm.
Joyce Cresswell, Gail Galley, Donna Loftus, Barbie Rose, Betty Trono. Yeah, that's 6. Cool. Okay,
Okay.
so is that the pile that we had? Are we keeping?
No, I don't
Oh, no,
know.
here's
Where
the,
to- where
here's,
you
here's
put
the
in.
pile. There's the pile that we've done. Okay, so that's Maroon 6. And now we have,
I think Bill Russell, I think is next.
Kay Russell.
Gail Caulfield, Kay Russell, and Rainey Strauss.
Okay, yeah, Caulfield, Russell, Strauss.
okay, here's Rainey Strauss.
Do you mean organize?
Sure. Sure. Okay. Okay, I have this next one. So this is a group of 3 artists. The show title is Reverie. We propose an exhibition by 3 San Rafael-based artists, Gail Caulfield, Kay Russell, and Rainey Strauss, whose practices cultivate deep relationships with the natural world. Through painting, sculpture, and installation, our work reflects ongoing dialogue with the ecosystems of Northern California, places we know through close observation and lived experience. Are we looking at the visuals?
I'm sorry, it's not opening for some reason, so I'm
Do you
trying
want
to
me
get it
to
open.
keep talking
I
or
think you
want
can
me to
keep
wait?
reading, yeah, I'm gonna try and see if I
Oh,
can get it
okay.
open. My apologies.
Okay. Our art making honors intimate dialogue with place, the smooth bark of a madrone tree, a waterfall rushing over worn rocks, or the renewal of a fire-scarred trail in Point Reyes, translating them into visual form. In times of ecological uncertainty, we are mindful of the solace nature provides and the fragility of these bonds. The philosopher Glenn Albrecht names this experience solastalgia, the grief of witnessing the loss of beloved environments. Our work acknowledges that grief, while affirming the wonder and reciprocity still possible, it acknowledges that grief, while affirming the wonder and reciprocity still possible in relationship with place. Each artist grounds her practice in place. Caulfield's ceramic wall reliefs draw from her reverence for trees. So it's like a mosaic. It's like a ceramic wall sculpture with, I don't know if you can see these teeny tiny pictures. But, and it's 4 by, it's like 4 feet by 4 feet. There's 2 different pieces like that. So each artist grounds her practice in place. Caulfield's ceramic wall reliefs draw from her reverence for trees, their endurance, resilience, and vulnerability. Russell's layered watercolor paintings and collages emerge from her long connection with the Sierra, combining recollection with evolving observations of familiar landscapes. Strauss's interdisciplinary practice engages Marin and Point Reyes, where she collaborates with ecological processes to create biodegradable installations, exploring time, decay, and renewal. Installed throughout Falkirk's historic galleries, the exhibition will feature paintings, wall-mounted ceramic reliefs, and sculptural installations suspended from the ceiling and arranged on the floor. Together, these works create a relationship between interior and exterior, human-made and natural, fragile and enduring. By sharing what has enriched our lives, we hope to inspire viewers to rediscover their connections to Northern California's forests, waters, and wild places, finding beauty, renewal, and reverence for the living world.
Can I ask a question? Can you put things from the ceiling? Is that allowed?
And so it's probably worth just right now, everyone here could just peek at the works. We could just pass it to each other.
And I apologize, I'm not sure why, but my documents just aren't, the links aren't loading. So I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up on the agenda from the website, because I think we should be able to view it.
Craig, I've also got them in my file folders.
Yeah, it's not pulling it down from the cloud, so I'm not sure what's going on. Too much at once for my computer
difficulties.
this evening.
So be there. It's like front of us. these ones, they're in order.
Oh, okay. So then
So
the other
then
ones.
before that, there's a Spence Snyder case.
Mhm.
And then before that is New Moon Artist, and then that's it.
Here's New Moon. And do you have, here, okay, just pass
Anybody
that.
wanna see
Here,
that?
so you can see the works of Spence.
What do you love in New Moon?
I thought I saw that. Do you have Spence Snyder? Yes, okay, that's the next one.
New Moon Artist, I think is the next one.
Okay, I have that also, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, good. All right, so,
See if I can share my screen again.
And then that one on top.
yes,
And
okay,
that should be all of them
okay. How,
that are in
I don't-
order now, and then those ones go behind probably.
okay, thank you. Okay, so are we ready to move on?
Just a second.
Okay. Did you get to look at the work?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay,
Okay, so these may not be in
These are really
same order here. So, yes.
that's line 6.
Okay, I,
That's-
yeah, these are unfortunately not in the same order.
That's the one we just read.
That is the one you just read?
Yes,
Okay, so that-
yes,
Great.
yes.
Okay, so
And that one, the proposal is called Reverie. It's 3 different artists. So now we're on to New Moon Artists. I'll wait till you. This might be the new one. No, it's not.
okay.
She was saying they have like made out of recycled materials.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Snakeskin, watercolor gouache, and thread.
Wow.
And then those are paper mache, cast paper, and bioplastic. So, yeah, variety of materials. Okay,
Okay.
so going on to the next one is New Moon Artists. Lieza or Lisa Urban. Our theme for this exhibit is the color of her story. Our artist group consists of 9 Bay Area women artists who have come together in the interest of creating a supportive and collaborative artist community. With that in mind, we discussed our many ideas for an exhibit theme, including the feminine cycles and our different stories and paths in life and individuals and as women. This theme title is open to various interpretations, and we're all excited to see where it takes each member of our group. We may see references to very personal experiences from one's own life journey, as well as some representations of more global journeys for women throughout time. Each artist will use color in some way that will add to the portrayal of her story. While we will definitely have our work complete by the time exhibits are planned for next year, we are only just beginning work on them. Therefore, we are including digital images of past work unrelated to this theme from each artist, which will show each person's caliber of work. So these are not specifically the works that they want to feature. This is an idea of what they'll feature.
Can you, do they say what they intend to?
Yeah, that was what the whole.
That was,
The theme is just a theme of women and their paths, different stories and paths in life as individuals and as women. It's open to various interpretations, and we are excited to see where it takes each member of our group. Okay. All right, so now we have the next group. Spence Snyder, Hanson, Lieb, Abby, Nugent, Keller, and Burke. Their title is Spaces, a Shared Perspective. Spaces, a Shared Perspective expands upon my ongoing body of work, Spaces. The series explores the intimate and varied environments where art is born. From traditional studios to the more unconventional spaces artists carve out for themselves. This exhibit, however, is a collaboration. I've invited the artists featured in my studio portraits to join me, and their work will hang alongside my paintings, creating a dynamic dialogue between our creations. This show is a testament to the rich diversity of artistic practice in the Bay Area. My studio portraits reveal the unique, often personal environments that nurture creativity, while the accompanying artwork offers a glimpse into the diverse styles and subjects these spaces produce. It's a look beyond the curtain, showcasing the vast range of work being made here and the equally diverse places where it comes to life. My inspiration for this work is a lineage of artists who have focused on the spaces of creation, most famously Diego Velázquez Las Meninas, which depicts himself in his studio. Rembrandt's introspective self-portraits within his studio, and Van Gogh's vibrant depictions of his living and working quarters. I am also interested in the interiors painted by more recent artists, Antonio Lopez Garcia, Peter Van Dyke, and Carlos San Millan. I aim to continue this tradition in a contemporary context, highlighting the vital role these environments play in the artistic journey. A core intention of this exhibition is to foster a spirit of mutual support rather than competition. The art world can often feel like a zero-sum game, with artists vying for gallery representation, studio space, and recognition. With this show, my hope is to model a different way forward. By coming together and sharing our work, we can support each other's growth and rise together. The show is a visual representation of how cooperation, not competition, is the path to building a more resilient and supportive ecosystem for all artists. Currently, I'm planning the show to be myself and 6 other artists. The number of artists and/or pieces that can be displayed will be affected by the space provided. So flexible.
Okay.
So one more pass on, if anybody wants to look at the. Okay.
I'm trying to like remind myself which one is which, you know?
Mhm. Okay. Next is the Second Friday Art Salon. Sarah Shockley.
I apologize, there were a couple more examples of the art that I didn't.
Oh, okay. Those are still from the Spence Snyder Group
Yes.
Spaces.
Scroll back up to these because I missed these the first pass, so.
Are the ones that are his, the ones that are like those art studio scenes with? Okay.
Mhm.
Photorealistic.
Mhm.
I assumed as such, but I didn't want to make.
Yeah, his idea is to depict the spaces where art is created.
Yeah, I love it.
And then feature some of the artists that he has featured in those spaces and
Yeah.
he's painted, and that these are their works. So the community of artists is the theme. Okay, so
Did Nikki continue, right?
can I continue?
Yes.
Sarah Shockley for the Second Friday Art Salon. Who we are. The Second Friday Art Salon was founded in 2023, a collective of diverse artists, all of whom have been students of Craig Cross at the College of Marin. The salon meets monthly to constructively critique each other's work and to inspire another to innovation and creative approaches. We include painters, sculptors, fabric artists, and mixed media artists, most of whom show regularly in the San Francisco Bay Area. We already previously exhibited the collection Beauty and Her Shadow at the Falkirk Cultural Center in November of 2024. So last year, the show was very well attended and quite a few viewers visited multiple times. Comments in our guest book include praise for the diversity of styles. And now to go to the Thresholds theme that they're proposing. Thresholds represent change and transition, the shift from one place or state of being to another, or the overlap of those states. These may be shifts in personal identity, understanding, or relationships, beginnings or endings, rites of passage, and profound transformation or the hesitation between. Thresholds may be depicted in physical, symbolic, or metaphysical imagery. The Thresholds exhibition poses these questions to viewers. What does it mean to stand on the edge of change? How do we cross into the unknown? What lingers in the spaces between? Each individual artist within the collective will interpret the concept of thresholds in their own way. Physical thresholds, such as doors, gates, bridges, and windows. Emotional thresholds, such as love, loss, courage, and vulnerability. Temporal thresholds, dawn, dusk, turning points, new seasons in life. And spiritual thresholds, rituals, meditations, awakenings, and transitional phases. Thresholds offers viewers a chance to reflect on their own individual passages and the transitions shaping our collective lives. The exhibition may include oil and acrylic paintings, fabric art, sculpture, and mixed media pieces from each of our 10 salon artists, representing the concept of thresholds from each artist's unique perspective and in their individual style. Figurative, representational, fantasy, surreal, or abstract. Okay. So. Okay, I didn't really get to look at these yet, but I will. Next, we have Adrian Biggs. Bookagami. This unique exhibit will feature dozens of hand-folded book sculptures created by longtime San Rafael resident Adrian Biggs, who calls her creations bookagami. Her inventive and meditative practice of folding books repurposes forgotten or discarded pages into whimsical three-dimensional masterpieces that offers books a renewed relevancy with an aspirational nod towards sustainability and the circular economy movement. Adrian has hand-folded more than 600 bookagami, the majority of them right here in San Rafael. Her Atlas 1963, You Are Here, won first place. There's all kinds of accolades that she's won. I'm gonna skip that if that's okay. Okay, so she's well-known in the community. If chosen for an exhibit at Falkirk in November and December 2025, it would be very easy to just transport and transition the artworks from their current exhibit at Morelli's on 4th Street. So that's not relevant to this decision, right? Because preferred dates are November to December of 2025.
Right, which wouldn't be an option.
Okay.
They don't typically do
I
that.
called and this is Adrian here, and
Yeah.
I called and spoke with her about
I know
the
your work.
confusion.
Oh,
It's a typo on that.
Right,
you and I?
it was my fault, yes.
But I think in the table, it does reflect, are there accurate dates reflected of availability?
Yes.
In the table, so you can
Yes.
refer back to that.
And also it doesn't say
Doesn't say they
open
requested.
to one
Yeah.
gallery. Maybe that's
what
just a
kind of
typo.
space would you need, Adrian?
One gallery and I was open to all dates, but I
Great.
thought it was a
Yeah,
preferred date, so I just put one.
Oh, no worries.
And there is
Okay.
a title to it, the show, actually, there's a title in the title column instead of untitled. It's black, white, and red all over.
Nice, READ, nice.
You got it.
It was really something.
Oh, I
love
saw
that.
it in this
Right,
shoe
yeah.
store. I think
Oh, you
it's- Yeah, it looks great.
I can't help but ask a question since we have you here. When you mentioned the library as an alternative exhibit space,
I've already talked to the library about her exhibit being a great match.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that something you'd be
Are you-
open to?
I would love to, yeah.
I mean, I think that would be such an attraction.
Great idea from that. That's so cool. How you found this?
It's a global art form.
Oh,
Altered Books is a global medium art form. And I took a book folding class in San Anselmo. I'd been kind of interested in book folding for many, many years. And so I started doing it and I became obsessed. Like, it's so addictive, a healthy addiction. And so then I would start doing it in pubs and restaurants, just sitting by myself, and people would come up to me and they'd be like, "What is that? What are you doing?"
Looks beautiful.
He said, "What do you call that?" And I said, "Well, it's kind of like origami for books, so bookagami." And they're like, "Okay, they got it." You know. And then they said, you know, "Are they for sale? What's your Instagram? When's your show? Like, how can I take a workshop?" And so I built workshops and donations and partnerships. I'm hoping to create a partnership with Marin Sanitary Service because of all the books that get donated there, keep them out of landfill. So these are all free books that I've found in curbside free boxes and free on Nextdoor and Craigslist. And a lot of them are damaged and would be forgotten, but I'm trying to breathe new interpretation into a standard two-dimensional object.
That's so cool, recycling.
Yeah, it's kind of a circular economy.
When you've exhibited in the past, do you do a demonstration? Would you be willing to?
Yeah, I do. I just had this launch September 1st. It ends October 31st at Morelli. And part of the partnership that I did with the Artworks downtown is I did the art walk and I did a demonstration in front of Morelli's during the art walk. And I've done them on the West End Music Festival, and I kind of do these pop-ups and people are like, "Oh, you're the bookagami lady, you're the book lady."
Yeah.
So it's building, it's
very
hyper
exciting.
local. Thank you.
Morelli's, I don't know Morelli's.
They do all the shoe repair. They've been there forever. Yeah, and they have windows where they put art. It's so great.
Yeah, so I have to if I can, give a shout out to, it's a nonprofit. The left window of the Morelli entranceway is now a nonprofit honoring Cynthia Pepper, who was a local artist. And so a group of women took it over because it was just collecting dust in the front window. It was being unused, and now it's the Cynthia Pepper Memorial Art Window. And so I submitted and they chose me for a 2-month show. And so I always try to give a shout out to Cynthia Pepper because she was influential here. And they have their own Instagram page now. And so I'm happy to be part of it.
And these are for sale? Your books are, okay.
Yeah, they're really reasonable. It's just my time, I don't have any buy canvases or paint or easels, or it's just repurposed.
And just as a point of interest, because you've included in the packet here, every piece takes up to 3 hours to complete. Each one is hand folded here in Marin. And as you mentioned, most of the books are rescued from local free boxes and landfill.
Great.
Okay.
And the bottom one is the most important. It makes me happy.
That's right. Okay, nice, thank you. Okay. So just to keep track, we are now at,
Bill Russell.
okay, we're making good time here. Okay.
Do you want some help reading, by the way? Are you good? You're doing a great job.
We can definitely hear a different voice.
No, you're doing an excellent job.
Okay, let's keep going. Bill Russell. The title of the exhibition is called Narratives in Black and White. 3 Bay Area artists present distinct visions with their narrative art, each telling stories in bold black and white. Lance Jackson of Orinda captures citizens exercising their First Amendment rights, portraying protests, dialogues, and marches, a timely affirmation of democracy. John Hersey of Fairfax offers iconic plein air landscapes of Marin, rendered in elegant compositions that echo the spirit of Japanese brush painting. Bill Russell of San Rafael exhibits works from his editorial commissions and graphic novels, created in the scratchboard medium, clever, incisive, and visually striking. Each artist will accompany one of the second floor gallery rooms in their own narrative space. So 3 spaces requested for this group.
And they say no to one gallery.
So yes, they have a vision for unity and dominance. I'm just kidding.
I feel like people in the past have said they would only be open to 3 and then you've asked and there's been like, we've done
This
that.
is the ask, we asked prior.
Right.
Okay. So narratives in black and white. All right, next we have,
Go down the picture a little bit. Wow.
can you pronounce the name of that artist? You ladies,
Run Ho.
okay. Untitled oil painting and 2 galleries are requested. In this exhibit, I am sharing my work from recent years. As a representational landscape and figurative painter, I made efforts along the traditions of realism to present intimate connection I made with the land I live on and the people I surround myself with. The more I look around, the more I find what a fortune and what a privilege I have to live on this land. For me, making art from her is my way of paying tribute to the land and her people. The exhibit also includes work inspired by my domestic and foreign travels. From my view, many of the compositions were from the scenes so beautifully presented themselves that begged for being painted. Many times I found myself not up to the tasks, but I cannot help but give my voice, my brushes, a best try. Any outcome from the effort is a personal statement. Ruan started his art career as a watercolorist 20 years ago. Since then, he has won top prizes in juried shows. I can't tell if he is a Marin County resident. Do we know? Ron was juried exhibiting artist member of California Art Club, California Art League, and Valley Watercolor Society.
It says a San Rafael-based artist next to his name.
Well, thank you for that.
No, it's okay. I'm just speaking.
Yeah, good. Okay, local artist. That's good. Landscapes and travel inspired. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just taking a moment.
No, I hear you. I need to take
Because then I'll make the conversation, the decisions go
Yes.
faster. Okay, so now we have Marie Cragen, Deep Secrets.
hers is not stapled, just.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So Marie's creative concept is Deep Secrets. My latest collection of paintings was born out of my love and admiration of the Pacific Ocean. Coral reefs are among the greatest natural wonders of the world. They come in a seemingly infinite array of shapes and colors and teem with life. These qualities gave me the freedom to experiment with abstract graphic elements, and a strong color palette helped me capture their amazing beauty. Then there's more details about coral reefs, and how important they are, and just the importance of it all. Good, okay,
And just get into the paintings.
yes.
So she's shown last year, but very different works, right?
She showed in 2024. They were similar, but different color palette.
Okay. I don't remember them being sea stuff, but maybe I'm.
Interesting. Colors. She,
They may have been space instead of sea, I can't remember.
so coral reef theme, and she's originally from Czechoslovakia, and started to paint about 20 years ago when she moved to California in 2016 and joined Marin Mocha and Artworks Downtown. I've had solo shows. So we are now on to Tiffany Bozick. Oh, this is all, okay. Let's just log yours out. Okay. Tiffany Bozick. The Fragile Key. Oh, wait, that's Marie. Okay, now we're on to Tiffany Bozick. The Fragile Key is an exhibition of new work. by renowned contemporary painter Tiffany Bozick, presented by Marin Mocha in partnership with the artist. Through large-scale acrylic on wood paintings and detailed studies, the exhibition examines the intricate connections between species, ecosystems, and human perception. Set within the historical elegance of the Falkirk Cultural Center, the Fragile Key draws inspiration from Victorian-era curiosity cabinets, biological specimens, and the artist's direct observations near her redwood studio in Larkspur. These works reimagine the tradition of collecting, moving from a human-centered past toward a vision of reciprocity and reverence, honoring each species as part of a shared and fragile web of life. Inside Falkirk's galleries, 20 to 25 original works will illuminate the rich biodiversity of Marin County and beyond, painted with both technical precision and deep ecological insight. At a time when the natural world, science, and the arts face unprecedented pressures, the Fragile Key offers a space for reflection, curiosity, and connection. Public programming may include an optional native birdsong soundscape, a guided nature walk, family-friendly art activities, and the opportunity to feature a panel discussion with scientists from the California Academy of Sciences. These programs are designed to spark conversations that bridge disciplines and generations. So interactive potential. Welcoming art enthusiasts, naturalists, educators, and families alike, the Fragile Key offers more than visual beauty, is an invitation to notice, remember, and care for the life systems that sustain us all. Okay.
What's, sorry, is it all paintings?
Take a peek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acrylic on wood, yeah, okay.
Acrylic on what?
Wood.
Wood.
On wood.
So I'm interested in when she says it's presented by Marin Mocha. What does that mean? In partnership with the artist.
She might be a Marin Mocha artist. They have studios up in Novato. That's possible.
Bryn Mocha is now in San Rafael.
Right, but they still have the artist studios in
Um,
Novato.
I'm not sure if she has a studio up there.
Maybe she's membership.
They, yeah, Marin Mocha approached us with with her as an artist, and we gave them the information to apply through this process.
Great. So she might have work already being exhibited at the
I
Mocha?
don't know.
Okay, you don't know, okay. Okay. And she wants 3 spaces, and she said she's firm about that. Yes, it sounds like she has a vision for an immersive experience. Okay, so now we have Peter Moen, Ordinary People. This is theme. Through portraiture, Ordinary People illustrates that the LGBTQ and IA and community consists of people just like everyone else. We can be visionary, ironic, boisterous, shy, or just normal. It is sad that many LGBTQIA and individuals feel isolated from the rest of society. Ordinary People comprises 67 portrait paintings. This exhibition is intended to be simple yet conceptually relevant. It is an introduction to these faces without any attempt to lead an overt narrative. And Peter grew up in San Jose and went to UC Berkeley as an engineer. He must be local though, right? Do we know that? Do we know if Peter Moen is a Marin artist? Okay, we don't know if he is based in Marin or not.
I will try to remember.
It could be why it's a bit like,
Right,
that's
okay,
the point, it could be why it's scored a bit lower.
exactly. Okay, and John McDonald is next. We have 2 more.
making headway.
This is fun. Okay, John McDonald. For many years, I pursued an interest in architecture and architectural rendering. Beginning 34 years ago, I turned to painting in oils to express my interest in the built environment and in natural environments altered by human interactions, inspired in part by modern landscape artists like Robert Bechtel, Gerhard Richter, Georgia O'Keeffe, and Edward Hopper. My work focuses on the interaction between memory, the human-made, and the natural in our landscape. Through my work, I endeavor to capture the unique quality of light found in the different places I have visited and inhabited, particularly the bright light of California and the West. I seek to express the manner in which the things we create, the places we build, establish their meaning and presence in our environment. My work takes the form of tightly framed landscapes with strong graphical design elements of sharp planes of color and light, reflecting my interest in architectural rendering. The works express the sense of being within a built space or upon broad open landscapes with human interventions providing us with a sense of being in the environment. Environments presented are as diverse as the Golden California hillsides, Yosemite National Park, city streets and sites of San Francisco, and the remote mountain kingdom of Bhutan. Okay. Okay. And last but not least, Grace Lynn. Love Letters to the Ocean. Try to. He does that. Okay. Okay, just as love letters capture fleeting emotions and preserve precious moments, these watercolors freeze ephemeral coastal scenes in time, ephemeral. The golden hour light dancing across Maui's shores, the dramatic cliffs of Big Sur meeting endless blue, the serene mountain morning mist over the Santa Cruz Mountains. Each piece is both a documentation of place and an expression of reverence for the natural world. The choice of watercolor as the primary medium is intentional and symbolic. Like the ocean itself, watercolor is fluid, unpredictable, and luminous. The medium's inherent transparency mirrors the way light moves through water, while its spontaneous flowing qualities echo the organic movement of waves and tides. The exhibition encompasses 12 years of artistic exploration across diverse coastal landscapes, including Hawaii, Northern California, also works by Japan's, inspired, okay. Anyway, that's not relevant. The Hawaiian pieces capture the brilliant turquoise and sapphire hues of tropical waters, while the California works explore the rugged beauty of the Pacific coast's fog-shrouded mystery. Okay, do you think that's good?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well done. Okay, that was a lot of reading.
So how do we, what's our next step?
Well, last time there was also like the constraints of time too. So like, you know, we couldn't consider everybody for every slot. So that was kind of helpful. I don't really remember.
Right, like we could start with, for example, second Friday art salons only available on the first option.
Oh, that's a lot.
So like,
Get them.
Craig, do you have a suggestion?
Yeah, I was gonna, I'm kind of reflecting on the decision last year. I think one of the things that I think the group did is kind of go through each artist and say like, yes, do you think that this is an artist that you'd be interested in seeing exhibit at Falkirk or no, or maybe an alternate, maybe make that as a baseline decision.
Okay.
I might recommend starting there and then seeing how it all fits together.
Can we have more?
I would also say this doesn't necessarily need to be
Have a piece of
in,
line paper, that would be, thank you. Sorry.
it doesn't need to be a consensus decision, right? Like you don't all necessarily need to agree. I'd also just kind of reaffirm that the goal here isn't that you are not an arts commission, right? This is, your job isn't to curate art or to necessarily make decisions about the content of the art. Really, it's to make sure that the art adheres to our guidelines and to help staff make decisions on how to allocate the space. So it doesn't need to be consensus, and you're definitely welcome to interject your opinions on what would be a good fit programmatically for Falkirk, just kind of keeping that in mind, so. And Robert, if you could pass the cookies.
So should we start with, we may as well just start with Nikki Contini and work our way down? Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another question I have is just, so once we choose, maybe we're sorting right now into our top 10 or something. I don't know. And then it's grouping, then there's decisions about grouping that we would make, or that, is that what you?
Yeah, we make them.
Oh,
I have another question.
Mhm.
So before I asked about repeat exhibits, but then do we know if any of these folks have applied and didn't get it in prior years?
I recognize one name.
Yeah, Nikki Contini applied.
This is her third year applying as Nikki Contini,
And has not.
has not been chosen.
To that end,
Yeah, that's.
in
good to know.
discussing her work, and to Craig's point about it not being like, you know, it's not our decision to make necessarily like, I would be inclined to give her an opportunity to show. I know that she's applied before. I actually know her, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She's local. I think, I really like her artist statement. She's really passionately involved in the community. So I would really like to see her have an opportunity.
Yeah, me as well. I think it could go well. It's a little different than a lot of the other, I think in prior years we had different competition for spots, and this year I think it would be nice to include her. I like that it's one exhibit. One gallery requested. She's okay with one gallery. She's available in every slot, so we can kind of feel out where she might fit in with other artists.
One thought I had just, and this is, I think it's always helpful too to see like themes or those kind of things emerging. Like one thought I had was, Pride Month is in June, LGBTQIA+, like I love the idea of like that, maybe with Nikki, maybe with something like, because that's all about love and acceptance and what we need. I don't know, there's just like things like that, like can we focus in on those too, or is that going too far?
I think it's fully up to the board.
Okay.
so we're just speaking really candidly about what we prefer in terms of the artwork.
Yeah, I think we need to go through and say like, who do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with looking for themes. That Ordinary People collection was not one of my favorites.
Was that number 2?
That was the
That was,
LGP.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
care for it.
Do you guys want to go down the list and say,
Yeah.
yes, you like it, no, you don't, or it's a
Okay.
maybe, and see if
Yeah.
there's consensus to
Sure.
knock people out?
Okay. So the next one's Maura Harvey.
It was a maybe for me based on stylistic, but I really loved the idea of it being multi-generational. And so yeah, for me, that was, I can see that being a really cool, for Falkirk specifically, like there's history there. It just felt like a good fit in that way, but it wouldn't have necessarily been my first pick from an aesthetic perspective.
I agree. I like the theme. I like the concept of it, but I felt it was pretty eclectic, and also not all of the artists were from Marin, so it just felt like not as cohesive. Some of the other candidates. Okay, so
So then does anybody else, so I have them in, the first 2 we discussed are both maybes for me.
I have a yes for Nikki,
Okay.
me too.
and I actually have a yes for the second one as well, but I don't think that we should. I don't know if I lean towards all 3. I would lean towards
Right,
one or 2.
one gallery, yeah. I would say that for, okay, and we can also maybe put that by it, like for Contini, if we do it, it would be one gallery. For Harvey, it would be one gallery.
Are you keeping a tally then?
I'm doing this
She's
for
doing it.
myself.
That's for
These are my
yourself.
notes, but yes, I can certainly, if you'd like. The Marin 6 artists, Can we see that
I
again?
know, I need to see that
Can you
again.
pull them up as we're talking
They're
about?
all abstract. More than
Just a
6, yeah.
moment.
I think it's, I've put yes, but I don't know why I said yes.
Same,
Yeah, yes. But one or two, I said one or two.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all abstract.
yeah.
Oh, they're one not abstract, yeah, so.
mhm.
Yeah.
I would be more actually, maybe.
Okay,
Still not loading up. the screen.
so this is, so keep going,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So we both, right now we see yes or no, we like it or not like it. right?
Yeah, what are your thoughts? What did you put
Yeah.
down for
Mhm.
these?
Did you like Marin 6?
I see yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The next one is Reverie is the name of the proposal, and that is the mixture of, the theme was the
Watercolor,
natural world, mosaic and sculpture.
Oh, yeah, I
It was
like that
fairly
one.
intriguing,
Mhm.
I thought.
Yeah.
You wanna see it again?
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull it up then.
Okay.
We're just moving so
can-
fast.
No, I can just pull some of it up here. It was, and they're asking for,
Yeah, my struggle with this one is that they want all three galleries
right,
for three artists.
right. It's a very interesting
I
work.
was gonna say, actually, that was one where I was like, I can actually see that being really interesting.
Mhm.
Meaning that each,
But they
Because
need
it's so
three.
I agree with them that they're so different. I'm especially excited about
Is
it.
this the correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where's your- Okay.
Okay, do you wanna see that again?
Yeah, I saw
What do
that.
you, what do you think?
I think that they wanted 3, instead of 8. This option, they leave it open here. What do you mean?
It sounds like they wanna all exhibit
They're
together.
keeping the date, yeah.
It's, yeah,
I don't know. It's
Okay.
kind of,
okay, that might be a limitation, but we like the work. Okay, New Moon Artists.
I put maybe.
Didn't love it.
But I also was recognizing that this isn't the work they're gonna be showing. And I like the female empowerment or female representation. So that's why, yeah, like it was kind
Yeah,
of hard
it's hard
to
to decide when you don't
judge
see
based
it.
on, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't dislike the work, it's hard to say. But I really like the theme.
I agree. I like the theme, but it doesn't feel complete. It doesn't feel like a complete submission because it's a question mark what they're going to be showing.
Right, so like perhaps in this case, we would like encourage them to apply once all the work is complete. I don't know.
I would encourage them to apply again
Mhm.
once they know more.
If we don't decide to do it.
Yeah,
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Patty, was that a requirement?
No.
Because our
Sometimes we,
submission, second
Yeah.
Friday, we just compiled some of our recent work, but we're going to be creating new work with a threshold theme.
Mhm.
So, unfortunately, it's not complete and.
Yeah.
And I think
That's-
that,
yeah.
I think that's how most of the artists are,
Yeah.
is they're not, and we've come across this before.
Yeah.
In years past, where they're giving us representations of their artwork, but not the actual artwork that's gonna be in the show.
Right, no, and I understand that that's a pretty standard practice. I think it's a little bit, I don't know.
Do you
Yeah, I
wanna put
think
them in a
there's-
maybe pile? I mean,
Yeah, they're definitely in a maybe pile. I don't dislike the work. I think it's,
I'm the, it's a yes for me on that one, but that's just speaking for myself.
it's a new moon.
No, actually, I'll just say why that is. So there's 9, I like that this is an example of 9 artists, 1 gallery.
Mhm.
We can showcase a lot of different artists in one
Mhm.
space, and I think that is a positive. Even if I don't know what
it's
it'll
a good
be.
point.
no, I didn't dislike
It's
it. I
very
just
inclusive.
felt
Yeah,
like I
but
couldn't
it's-
quite get
yeah.
a sense of what it was gonna be like.
Yeah, thanks for
Because the
bringing
work's
that
also
up.
very different, which is
Mhm.
good.
Sure. Okay.
You also just have to say no to some people, unfortunately. So I'm trying to not say yes to everybody.
Spence Snyder, this is 1, 2, 3, this is 7 artists.
I really liked
This is
this.
this,
Yeah.
the studio space.
I think this is just
Spaces.
a very unique approach. I really like that he has his work integrated with the studio artists. It's like, the place,
I do too.
I think it's fantastic. It's a definite yes for me.
Very interesting work.
Yeah, and they're good.
And
one.
really well rendered, like, that's a very
Mhm.
well done piece. Okay, I love the like
Yes on that.
artist in multiple stages of poking around their gallery.
And he's asking for 2 galleries
Preferred,
and is
but
flexible.
not inflexible.
Mhm. Okay.
Second Friday or something.
Second Friday, like some thresholds. And you're a part of that?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay,
I'm Colleen,
hi,
just a reminder.
okay.
Thank you.
Calling back
Thank
from
you.
earlier.
Is Kathy Bowman part of your group?
She is.
Oh, good. She's my
She
colleague.
is.
Colleague. I know, she's the best.
Did I read those names?
No.
Let me read the names that are a part of this group. I'm sorry I missed that.
None, right?
Catherine Bowman, Heather Chamberlain, Susan Daniels, Nicole Forrester, Maeve O'Sullivan, Esther Reisenberg, Sarah Shockley, Wendy Walter, and Colleen Yee. Who is with us tonight? And this is the collective who have all been students at College of Marin. And the theme is thresholds.
I'm personally not bothered by the fact that it's been shown before because there's such a diverse selection of artists. And I think I really like the idea of it being a salon. I think that's really cool. But so I was a yes.
And the request is for 1 gallery
Mhm.
and it's
Oops, I put it in the wrong
representing,
place. Confused myself. I'm like, why did I cross that?
and I like the theme. I wonder what that could pair well with. What could thresholds?
Yes.
Um,
Can you remind us what the like exact definition of threshold was?
yes.
Maybe you could.
I'm sorry.
What do you, when you threshold, give us like a.
Thresholds represent change and transition, the shift from one place or state of being to another, or the overlap of those states. They could be personal shifts in personal identity, relationships, beginnings or endings, rites of passage, and profound transformation. That's a summary.
I like it. Okay,
Okay.
then we have Adrian.
Should I leave?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. It's a definite yes for me. I think your work is fantastic. Thank you. I do see the connection to the library, but to me, it could be a yes and. It could be at the library and then go to, or either or.
Is the library option like concrete or is it just theoretical at this point? Like having
The library is a new exhibit space and we don't have anything set up yet for how the artists are chosen and things like that. So right now,
So right now, if we wanted, we could say
we're looking,
yes,
we're
she's in
looking
the
at
library.
Falkirk.
Okay.
The next is the group of the trio, narratives in black and white. And 3 galleries requested.
I actually thought, because it's black and white, and yours is black and white and red, it could be so cool for them to be like, that's
Mhm.
a theme of sorts.
So as a reminder. that
Except
group
for they're
just
very
wants
strongly
3.
3. I know, and that's unfortunate because I wonder if we would go back to them and say, would you consider 2 or 1? They might say.
Patty, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've double checked with everyone as far as if they want 3 rooms or.
Well, I
If there
just,
were
I
room.
just went by what's on
On
the
the application.
applications.
Yeah.
How would you be displaying your Bookagami when you ask for a room? What I'm wondering is, could Bookagami coexist with that, not, you know, in a different area of Falkirk? I'm not,
No.
okay.
The only comment I would make, listening to how you describe thresholds, the last thing that you said was profound transformations. And I feel like there was a man who came up to me when I was folding and he studies brain science. And he said, what you're doing is revolutionary. And I looked at him like, what do you mean? And he said, it's because your brain is instantly transforming a common two-dimensional object into a three-dimensional art piece that you've never seen before. And that's that aha moment where your brain flips. So when you said profound transformation as part of a definition of thresholds, I don't know. It might be too deeply buried in the message of your group show, but anyway, just a thought.
Oh, I like it.
So I'm a no on the black and white, narratives in black and white.
Okay.
Because I think we have a lot of options here. And I don't feel personally compelled to give them all three.
Oh, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say yes if it was all.
And I would love if they were more flexible, but it sounds like they're not. So,
Well, I
I
mean,
guess we could
to
suggest
be
an
fair, we haven't
alternative.
asked,
Yeah.
But they have asked.
The application asks,
The
are you
application
willing
asks.
to have one, two, and the application does state in there, do you have flexibility? And they chose to pick that they
They say
want all
no.
three rooms.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
maybe
we've
that's the
learned-
feedback we can give them. If you had chosen one room, we would have said yes.
And we can always get more explicit if there's any lack of clarity, but I think we've tried to be as clear as we can.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we've
yeah.
learned in the last few
Really
years
like
that
this
that's a
person's
limitation.
I agree. I think the work is interesting, but as a standalone, I think I would want more variety on offer.
So it's,
But
no
what
on
do you
this?
wanna add anything to that? To the black and white?
I think, there's a photograph in, I think John Henry is done the photos, so why they're all black and white, kind of like bored if you go the 3-room all black
Mhm.
and, you know,
There's no color.
like a Halloween, whole time, it's kind of depressing little bit, you know,
Mhm.
you want the place look colorful, like prettier, nicer, people like it. It's kind of too depressing little bit, right? Even.
I disagree, but that's okay.
It's I'm feeling like, think about it, a beautiful place, like every room you go is black and white. For how long?
I like the work, but I think, yeah, the space, the aesthetic of Falkirk is maybe not what you would imagine. I would rather see that, you know, exhibited in a more contemporary setting.
Or maybe they can share a
just
room
with other
with the,
things.
they
Or
can
with other-
share the place.
Yeah.
Like there's a room
photographs
with
or
different
something.
things, but they want 3 rooms, so.
Right.
Very interesting, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Ruin Ho is what the oil paintings, these landscapes, travel, kind of impressionistic, I would say.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it. See, I, on the other hand,
Yeah.
think that the juxtaposition of some more like contemporary and modern paintings in a space like Falkirk is what is compelling. Like, I really liked when Crash had their show there. I thought it was really cool last year when I went and saw it. So I just think, and they do incredibly like provocative, I mean, not incredibly, but more provocative work that's more modern. So
I don't disagree with that. It was more just the black and white
for 3 rooms.
for
yes.
3 rooms.
Totally agree.
At Falkirk, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so does anybody want to say anything else about Ruin Ho, please?
I'm a maybe on this. I think I would like maybe see where we're at in terms of the yeses before I decide on. I have multiple maybes down at the bottom, so.
It's travel inspired, impressionistic landscapes. Okay. Okay, then Marie Cragen, Deep Secrets. She's the one with the bright colors, the coral reef.
Yeah.
Here's an example.
I believe last year we asked some people to share rooms, didn't we? No, we didn't. Okay.
And she's asking for one room. Deep Secrets. Deep Secrets, could that pair with anything? I really like this work.
Yeah, I like too. I think that if she doesn't have so many pieces, so one room, like small room, her size like 2016, 2020, they're not huge, big, it's good size. Yeah.
See, like, but I feel like an individual artist having a solo show there is different than a group show being the next year, personally. Like, I feel like we maybe should take a pause from her work.
And she just recently showed.
Yeah.
Oh, this one recently shot?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So like, it's one thing to have like a salon or a group of artists, that doesn't really
Yeah,
faze me, but I
maybe
think to
no.
have one artist getting a solo show 2 years in a row is just a
Probably
little.
too recent.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
It's not 2 years in a row.
Oh,
It would be
A gap year.
a gap.
24
She
and
didn't show in
26.
2025. She was there in 2024.
okay.
Point taken.
Okay, now Tiffany Bozick, The Fragile Key.
Okay, I was a no on this one because again, I actually liked the artwork a lot.
But yeah,
But-
3 rooms.
But all three rooms for one artist and no flexibility on it, it's not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you on that for sure.
But I did like the
Yeah, I do.
artwork
I
a
like the
lot.
work a lot too. I think it's really compelling.
So I guess we could do an accounting and see where we're at. Like,
Maybe she,
Maybe that would change
why
my-
she want a 3-room, but her work are really beautiful.
I think
Very
the
Yeah.
community
incredible.
activation piece
I
is
think
really
people,
interesting.
when they visit the place, they like those stuff.
Oh,
I
but
just
also only has
know people
one
like that,
space.
yeah. A
she
3-room,
needs it
Yeah, but she also
first
only
day,
has one, it's like
which
3
would-
galleries, 1 time. It's just, like, she's not available any of the other times.
Which, for example, would mean second Friday art salon and Adrian Biggs are conflicting with her artwork, so.
Or she's only available in
Adrian
May
Biggs
and
can do
June.
all of them, she said,
Oh, great.
because thankfully she's here.
I love the concept of what she has described.
Me too.
I think it's really interesting. I think her work is really,
it's beautiful. yeah.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
it, is it, would you want to give that one slot to her? That's the question. I mean, it's sort of a special event of its own. And she's proposing a sound element and guided nature walk, family-friendly art activities. She's got a whole concept. I think it just could be very interesting to a wide audience.
Yeah, I mean, she was a yes for me, but the whole like inflexibility was really hard. So I think we'll just have to think on that for sure.
If she is negotiable, like that.
I don't think so.
I think it could be a really special show that,
This work really beautiful, but I don't know why she put things like that in the work. Very interesting.
do you know more about her limitations in the timing or wanting full space?
I believe, it's like I spoke to so many people, so I
Yeah.
believe I did speak to her or through email, and she was firm on just 3.
She's a vision.
All 3 spaces.
Maybe she has so much art, maybe, yeah.
And I think some of them are pretty big.
I would say too, I mean, for any of these, I think when you come to the point where you're ready to make a recommendation on which artists you know, you can always recommend that we speak with them and recommend, you know, 1 room, 2 room, 3 rooms. And if they're not able to, we could go to the alternates
Yeah,
too,
I think
right?
that's
So
a
just
good
kind of keeping that in mind.
Yeah,
There's
I
still
think
conversation that can be had.
Okay, we have just 2 more to
Yes,
review.
going.
Ordinary People, Peter Moen. This was a collection of portraits.
I love this from the perspective of representation, like it, again, it may not be my first choice of subject matter, but I love it. I think it's a very important show to put out into the community, so I actually would be, actually, I really like the work, to be completely frank with you, I think they're really cool.
You said 67, I think there's 67 paintings, right? That they've done? Or maybe I just misheard or something.
67 portrait paintings.
Depend on how big the size each one, how big.
But they've said they can do one gallery, so it can't, they can't be that big, they
Maybe
must be quite small,
like,
yeah.
you know, small painting.
Well, and also like, I think that, oh, that's not one piece, I see, they've just.
Would you pair that with the illuminated hearts,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the healing and hope?
Mm-hmm. And like the second Friday art salon could also fit in with that. Anyway, I just, I think
Yeah.
it's like, I think we also need to think about
Themes.
representation
Can you
and
write that- Can you write
inclusiveness.
that down just as like a grouping?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's interesting, yeah.
I like the theme, yeah, it's thought provoking. Okay, John McDonald, oil painting. This is the Edward Hopper style. Landscapes, buildings. 1 room, 1 artist.
Oh, but only available that first slot too.
Tricky. I like his work.
I do too. It's very Bechtel inspired. I said yes, but I didn't realize that there was the time limitation too. That's just really hard. There's so many people that can only do that first slot.
I say yes on this one.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. And then the last one, Grace Lynn, love letters to the ocean, the watercolors.
It's a no for me.
Um, So pass on Grace Lynn.
Yeah, I said not others. It's
Okay.
like so weird.
Okay, okay, so I'm gonna pull what I wrote down. Well, I don't know if my yeses are all.
Captured.
So we're passing on this last one, Grace Lynn. We're passing on Marie Crajan because she's the coral reef. She recently exhibited and her works were small. Is that right? We're passing on her this time? I'm not sure.
Her works are small. I don't know.
Well, I'm describing what they were, what they looked like. I'm just saying they were
They were
smaller in size,
small,
the bright,
abstract.
colorful.
Okay.
But the color very
Abstract.
bright, you know,
Mhm.
but she
Very
did,
captivating.
yeah, she did last year. I think she
2
should
years
give other
ago.
people a chance.
I'm not a no. I'm actually a maybe, but
But her work very pretty,
Secrets.
yeah. What's good work?
I mean, it could balance, it's happy, colorful, could balance a more serious set
Yeah,
of
her-
work in a
Her work
different room.
really pretty, yeah.
So I'm
That's
gonna capture
fun.
some notes in a spreadsheet, to kind of a table matching that. So can I just go down the list real quick and kind of see if we're like a yes, no, maybe? So for Nikki Contini,
Yes.
Where's
are
the-
we, I've heard a yes and a maybe.
Where's-
Uh,
oh, the
yes
first
for
Nikki
one.
Cantini, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maura Harvey and family? Where are we
I
landing
don't know, I
there?
don't know about that one.
I have a maybe.
I heard a no, a maybe,
And I was gonna say yes.
and a
for
yes.
one.
Okay, so we're kind of mixed there. Marin Six artists.
Yes.
Yes.
Just a yes on
Okay, so
this.
that seems like a pretty clear yes. And just a second. Gail Caulfield, Kay Russell, and Renee Strauss.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
They wanted 3 rooms, I say no too. Because they want all the rooms here.
Okay. And
Well, I guess
so we're kind of mixed on that one as well, is where I'm landing. I'm just gonna keep moving quick here. So New Moon artists.
I don't know about that.
What did I have that as? That was a
The
maybe.
color of her, it was the
Yes, for
female
me.
collective.
Oh, no, yes.
that was the-
Maybe?
the
That's a
women.
maybe for me.
Yeah, I don't know. about
Okay.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, and then Spencer Snyder, the spaces, a shared perspective.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we vote
Okay,
yes
seems
on
like a
that.
clear yes.
And I want to just
Yeah,
mention,
absolutely.
he spoke about a theme of community. So just thinking about that word and what else might pair with that.
Okay, and then Second Friday Art Salon.
Yes.
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 Okay, that seems like a pretty clear yes. Adrian Diggs, Bookagami.
Yes.
Yes, her work are.
Yes.
are pretty.
Okay, and then the Bill Russell narratives in black and white.
I wouldn't know.
I think I heard a no
No.
on that one,
For
I
me,
was a maybe, but
a maybe, so,
sounds like I'm outrolled.
outvoted.
Outvoted.
okay. And then Ruan Ho, oil paintings,
Maybe.
I was a no.
a maybe, no. We'd already discussed Marie Krajan, Tiffany Bozick. I think I was hearing like the logistics might be
I'm
hard.
gonna
going
say
through
yes,
those.
but she's
3
very
rooms,
specific
yeah.
about 3 rooms and I don't know if there's another opportunity for a solo artist who's doing this sort of family exhibit that is incorporating interactive elements. It seems really unique. Maybe it doesn't fit with this opportunity.
Right. Do
Maybe
you
it's
want to
a-
talk about, is that possible, what she's proposing?
It would be a big,
I think
it
we have
would
to
be a whole
talk about
different
it,
thing,
right?
yeah.
I think, yes, it would be feasible, that's why it's here, it's in front of you. I think if it was completely impossible, we likely would say that in the staff report. I think it's possible. We would have to really discuss what the logistics look like, the timing of it, how that would tie in with our other programs happening. You know, we use Falkirk for a really wide variety of different events, weddings, celebrations of life.
Yeah.
Like, so they're really kind of thinking like, how does that all really fit in with everything else happening there?
Right.
I think, we really think about the art exhibit space as primarily being those 3 rooms, not necessarily being a broader commitment to giving that space to the artists as part of the exhibit space.
So maybe it's not the right venue for her. As
Yeah.
compelling as that is, I think it's a very exciting idea, but maybe it's, maybe
Well,
it's,
I'm kind of curious why she's not, if she's, why doesn't she show it?
why isn't she showing at MoCA?
Yeah, like that's the kind of work they're really trying to do. I'm surprised she's not, maybe she already has.
Okay, so I'm kind of hearing maybe some logistical challenges. with
Mine would be a
Tiffany Bozek.
yes if she would be open to less rooms.
Okay. And then Peter Moen.
Okay, so, and Robert's saying yes if she'd be open to less rooms too.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I think we all would say yes
Yeah.
if she would be more flexible with her
I
space.
forgot how the things look like, can we?
You
say,
loved it.
I just forgetting.
It was like
Too
the
many.
salamanders.
My
and the-
brain not.
So,
remembering
and
not good.
Peter Moen,
Oh, that's good.
was the portraits?
Yeah, I
ordinary
want a
people?
yes from that, yeah.
I was a
think
yes.
Yeah, I want a yes for that.
Okay.
They're very
I like
pretty.
it.
Okay, and then John McDonald.
I like him.
Mm, Yes.
I was a maybe.
Okay. And so here's where we're at. We've got a yes for Nikki Contini, a maybe for the Maura Harvey group, a yes for Marin Six, a maybe for Gail Caulfield group, a maybe for New Mutant Artists, yes to Spencer Snyder, yes to Second Friday Art Salon, yes to Adrian Biggs, maybe to Bill Russell, maybe to Ruin Ho, a no to Marie Krajan, yes, contingent on fewer rooms for Tiffany Bozick, yes to Peter Moen, a maybe for John McDonald, and a no for Grace Lynn. That's kind of just what I recorded.
Mhm.
Now, I think if that kind of matches your understanding, what I'd recommend is you take that information and then try to kind of map out, okay, does that fit with the rooms, the dates that they're requesting? And see if we could slot some people in
Yeah.
to those 3 different exhibits.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say, like who's
Maybe
only
start
available?
with the yeses. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 6 clear yeses, and then the Tiffany Bozick would be like a yes contingent on fewer rooms. And so maybe then go to the maybes next, and then slot them in after you've slotted in all the yeses.
Okay. So can you help us?
I can help slot them in. I'm actually gonna see if I can share my screen here.
That'd be great, cause I'm wondering
That'd be helpful,
who, how,
I'm
like
sure,
there's,
for
so
everyone.
like, for example, John McDonald can only do the first month. So can Tiffany Bozick. Well, see, that right there is not gonna work. Cause then that means
Right.
no one else who can only do the first month can do it. So I think that makes her a no, and our feedback to her would be, can you please be more flexible next time? Like, this is really hard to fit people in. Cause that takes out John, that takes out Second
Second
Friday Art
Friday.
Salon.
Yeah.
That's just, it's kinda
Yeah,
lame.
so if you're a clear yes to Second Friday Art Salon, and they only have 1 date of availability, what I'm going to do is kind of highlight that.
You do only have
block
one
as
date of
green.
availability, huh?
Yeah, it's a little surprise for me, but yes, as far as what it says here.
Okay, but so we've got 1 of those blocks of rooms filled here then for the 5/8 through 6/19 date, so.
And we'd have to do, if we were a firm yes on John McDonald, right? Or no?
You're a maybe on John McDonald, you're a firm yes on Adrian Biggs, who has also said that set
No.
of dates.
She said she could do all 3,
Oh, you can
right,
do all 3.
Adrian?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gives more flexibility then. Are there any other firm yeses here that have limitations that we could just plug in quickly?
Can you, I'm sorry, I need glasses, obviously, but can you zoom in a little bit? I really can't read that.
Actually, hold on just a second. I'm gonna see if I can make this bigger.
Can you, I have to do it.
What?
Wear glasses?
No, I'll have contacts.
That's the same thing.
Same thing.
Or
they're
am
in
I
my-
cheaters?
Oh, that's so nice. No, I can't ask that of you. Let me just see if it helps.
Cheaters ask.
These won't help.
No, no,
Close-up.
no, thank
These,
you.
these are for
You're
close-up,
so
not
kind.
distance. You need something.
I thought you were gonna look at
Distance.
the,
I do, I
This
don't,
is for close-up.
I don't need close-up, I just need
Yeah.
distance.
Were there
it's
any
new.
other,
It's a new phenomenon for
were there
me.
any other natural kind of pairings? I know I heard the group kind of talking about some exhibits that you thought might pair well
Well, we
together.
talked about Moen and Contini being really kind of cool together. And the Second Friday Art Salon all being like representation, and that's kind of interesting.
So would you like to maybe try that if we,
Oh, right, but not Contini. As a strong.
I'm sorry, can you say again what?
You
what you're
said
thinking?
Contini was a maybe, or was she a yes?
Contini was a yes.
Okay.
And so I think if
They're
we
flexible.
kind of went with what you just said, Mo and Contini and Second Friday.
Oh, then John McDonald gets knocked out.
Then that would potentially result in that, but I think you could take a look at what's next. I think there's other yeses for sure.
Yeah, because they're available, those other 2 are available.
Yeah, so
all
like
the days.
Moen and Contini are available other days, so we could
Yeah.
move them. Yeah,
Right.
so then we should probably just focus on
That seems
Like-
like a good group.
Spence Schneider.
Moen, Contini, and maybe it's someone else then.
So would you like to look at them for one of the other set of dates then? Moen and Contini.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, sorry. If we moved Moen and Contini to like July, for example, because they're both available.
Okay,
And not a lot of people are
Let's try
available.
that.
July is like the least
Didn't
available.
you wanna do that ordinary people in Pride Month?
I did. I think that would be cool,
What's that?
but you know, such is life.
Meaning the first.
Well, Contini could go somewhere else.
She could.
So Moen, second Friday, ordinary people thresholds, what else would go with that?
Well, we said John McDonald's, right? Would be the other one that can only do it that month. I just don't think that that's as good of a grouping, but we could totally do that.
How would you like to proceed with the decision here? What do you think makes sense?
Well, let's slot second Friday art salon and Moen together for the first dates.
And John McDonald.
Session one. For now, maybe for now, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
And Peter Moen, can you just put the X back? Because he is actually available that middle month.
Yep.
Thanks. Okay. So then for July, who else are we definite yeses on? Marin 6.
so did you, and I had slotted Nikki Contini in here
Sure.
for just,
Marin 6 could go with that.
we could slot them in here.
Oh, wait, they want all 3 galleries? No,
Or two.
or 2.
Or two, yeah.
So there's not really a theme there, but
No, but it fits.
it fits.
What was the other
Oh,
one that said
the
they
one-
only wanted 3 that we said yes? Oh, we didn't
You know,
say yes
you
to
know, you know
Reverie.
who Spaces needs to go second, if not first.
Right, they've only indicated that they're available for the first 2 dates, so.
Okay, so then let's do that. We can always move Nikki to the last one too, or whomever is available.
Okay, and then going down the list to the next yeses, that would be, Okagami,
Uh-huh.
available for all 3.
Wait, what did we do for session two?
New Moon.
I'm sorry, so far for exhibit session number 2, we have Nikki Contini, it's up on the screen here in the green. We have Marin 6, and we would have Spaces. Those would be the 3 currently selected, but we can change that if needed.
Spaces wants two.
Spaces wants 2 spots.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, they're, which one?
But they're okay with one.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're.
Which
okay
one
with
was that one again?
The studio spaces.
Yes, I like that a lot. Oh, I didn't realize he wanted 2 rooms.
But they're okay with
But
one.
they're okay with one.
Oh,
They
they're
don't need
okay with
two.
one.
They said a yes or
See,
2,
one,
we can have one. or
Galleries,
two,
this
yeah.
column here shows the galleries that they requested and whether they're okay with one gallery.
Got it. Sorry. Thank you for clarifying.
Mhm. Okay, so if we continue down the list, the next clear yes was Adrian Biggs, the Bookagami.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of follow with the pattern, if we slotted Adrian into the 3rd
Yeah.
gallery, just to see how this plays out. We would then have found a space for everyone that the board was a clear yes on at this point, and we'd then be moving to the maybes.
Unless we gave that Spence Snyder 1-2 rooms,
Mhm.
right? And then we'd have to move someone over.
Either Nikki or.
I actually think it's kind of cool to have like the studio artists show where he's like putting himself in the studio with like other studio artist shows. Does that, I mean, like group artist shows?
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah.
7 artists.
It's like the theme could really be like, you know, arts and collaboration or something like that. Like there's just.
It's a community theme. He
Yeah,
uses
exactly.
words. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you said that. See,
Mhm.
look at you.
Okay.
Well, so yeah, I just wondered if there's something else that ties into community.
That could be moved over. Oh, you mean like the actual, like
Like,
space is a
who-
shared
Who pairs
perspective.
with him? Who pairs with Spence Snyder? spaces?
Marin 6. And then I was saying, what if we
Yeah.
had another group in there?
So Marin 6 go with who? With the 7?
Oh, but Marin 6 wants 2 galleries.
No, this one.
So
or
can I,
who?
can I ask a clarification? When you say put another group in there, are you recommending moving Nikki Contini to a different set of dates and then placing a different group of artists in her place? Is that what you're recommending?
Potentially.
Okay. The alternative, I heard someone mention, would you like to give Spencer Snyder 2 rooms? Is that something that you're doing as well, or we can focus on each of those questions independently?
Yeah.
Is the board interested in giving the Spaces exhibit 2 rooms instead of 1?
I am.
I would like to make that work if it works.
But Marin 6 also said yes, or they would like 3.
1, 2, or 3.
And they said yes.
Marin 6 said 1, 2, or 3. So they could pair with Spaces.
Right.
And give them 1 room.
Yeah. I think it's a little tricky to say like, you get 2, even though
Well, the reason that he gets 2, the reason Spaces gets 2 is it's 7 artists versus 6, and they also have a theme. It's just a clearer theme.
Really up to the board at your discretion.
I'm sad about the Reverie show. I really liked
I can in 2024. Ask.
they would go to one gallery.
Well, we could also, and so where do we have Adrienne Beggs? Where do we have Bukagami? third
At
show?
this point, currently, we have Adrian Biggs in the 3rd show. So as of right now, the first show would be booked, if we left things as are, with 1 room for each of the exhibits for Spencer Snyder, Marin 6, Nikki Contini, then the second show would be fully booked at this point, and we'd move into the 3rd show. And we would have 2 additional artists that we could select, up to 2 additional artists that could be selected.
Who are the remaining options?
Yeah,
for
who
the-
are other
for the
yeses?
3rd stuff?
So there are no other clear yeses. You're now on to the maybe list. You've slotted everyone in that was a clear yes at this point.
Except for the people that wanted 3 spots.
Right.
Correct.
But like, for example, we could put the New Moon artists, another collection in that middle slot. We could move Nikki over to the end. Although then it's 2 3D works.
I wish that Reverie would be flexible.
Yeah, me too.
Because they could pair well with Adrienne. That would be a really cool combination.
Sure would.
Reverie's not gonna be flexible.
They pick their dates. It's really hard for us to go back to them to ask.
That
and
it's, but
switch
it, well,
things
it's that
around.
last date, it's more of the galleries requested and it says, okay, with 1 gallery, no. Does that mean they'd not be okay with 2 galleries?
Right, it means that they want all 3.
I think we need
Each artist
to,
wants a gallery.
yeah, I think my recommendation here is gonna be to, take the artists at their word, that this is what,
Yeah.
what they put down.
Yeah.
My feeling is so I don't put that in the same category as Tiffany's request because it's 3 artists asking each to have a gallery. Like that actually makes sense. Each gets a gallery. So I'm more inclined to say yes to them, but then we'd have to figure out where else to put people.
To Reverie.
Yeah, but you didn't like that, so, right?
Yeah, I was, but you guys voted.
No, it's okay.
Minority vote on that one.
I mean, to be quite frank with you, I really just liked the hanging works.
Would it be helpful to take a look at the maybes and just kind of prioritize which ones you think are most important to find space for? So if you had to compare Maura Harvey and family to Gail Caulfield, Kay Russell, Rainey Strauss. Is there one that you have, that the group would have a preference over?
Well, again, I think we can't compare them because one is not open to
Right,
less galleries.
okay. So knowing that, then it sounds like maybe it's, we are changing, the Gail Caulfield, Kay Russell, and Rainey Strauss from a maybe to a no based on logistics.
Potentially,
Is
can
that
we
a fair
just
assessment?
not make a decision on that quite yet? And-
Sure, okay. So kind of moving down the list then, we're to New Moon artists. Is there, a preference between Maura Harvey and family or New Moon artists?
Don't we have space for both?
I thought,
You do?
Yeah, we do.
I
Yeah,
thought
just
we
kind
were,
of trying to rank, I guess, a forced ranking maybe of who's left here in the maybe category.
Yeah, I thought we were passing on Maura Harvey and family.
Oh, I like them.
I
3
liked it
galleries
too.
requested.
Yeah, I had heard just mixed opinions on them, so I think I put a maybe down.
Well, can we just first just go over them without deciding just what are
Sure.
the maybes?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So what are the maybes? If you look at the far left column here, it says yes, maybe, or no. So right now, Maura Harvey is a maybe.
Reveries and maybe.
The New Moon Artists is a maybe. We had the narratives in black and white. That's a maybe.
Okay.
Ruin Ho is a maybe. And John McDonald was a maybe, but has been slotted in, so I think at this point would be
Oh, I thought he was a yes.
changed to a yes.
He doesn't have to be a
We
yes.
could do, what were you saying?
No, go ahead. You could do what?
I mean, like you said, I think we could fit both New Moon artists and Maura Harvey together on the third date. But that's what I would do with them.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'm feeling about these is like, we're slotting people in where they fit, and obviously that's
This is
part of
Maura
it, but they're not.
Harvey, by the way. This is Maura
Not
Harvey,
curated.
and this is New Moon.
Mhm.
I think the talent here is greater in New Moon,
Right, but-
my opinion.
It's also, there's kids in that one. So I think I'm just looking at it with a different lens.
Right. Yeah. Family of artists.
To me, it's like a story, like storytelling, which
Right.
goes well with a book. I kind of like that.
That's
actually.
true. That's true.
I would, truthfully, I'm just struggling with what's the final one there. But maybe New Moon makes sense, like the story of her, I mean, color of her story, right? It's not like it's the color of her
Yeah,
story.
sure.
So actually, that could be kind of, it's kind of interesting. I do like the idea of splitting up the 3D work because there's only 2 that we've said yes to that have 3D work. So
The,
Nikki's is like
Oh,
is
right.
the heart sculptures, and then the Bokagami pieces.
Having those at different times.
I
Yeah,
thought they were
Mhm.
going to.
they are.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just saying like
Yeah, I like
keeping those at different times is helpful.
Can we go back? Have we agreed on giving spaces to rooms? Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I think that, like I said, like I think that
What if Spaces had 1 room? What would shift?
well, then we would be able to incorporate Reverie and we'd be able to incorporate Tiffany Bozick. And to me, an easy one to not have would be John McDonald.
Well, Tiffany
Oh, I thought
Bozick
we
needs
were-
her own space for
Yeah, I thought we
3.
were-
Right, I thought you said, I thought that's what you were asking, sorry.
No, I said, what if the Spaces group got 1 room, 1 gallery?
Right,
In
Yeah.
the second
Then Marin's.
session,
yeah, we already have it that way. As
okay?
it stands now, we have Marin 6
Spaces. and Nikki.
spaces and Nikki.
So,
What was the other one that was a maybe that we were just talking about? This is where my brain
Maura
starts to.
Harvey and New Moon artists.
Uh-huh. Oh, New Moon Artist, that's the one you were talking about, yeah.
I'm gonna just take a moment on the screen to rearrange and kind of get the three for the first exhibit up the top, kind of get them out of the way visually. So,
I'm sorry, I have to leave.
You go ahead.
Thank you very much for
Thank
everybody's
you.
Thank
time.
you.
Nice meeting you.
We're gonna find a space.
You're in.
And Adrian, you don't have, if you wanna stay, you can.
And Adrian, if you see yourself fitting somewhere, I mean, I'd like to ask you.
This is tough. This is like a, I don't know,
It's a
A
puzzle.
Rubik's Cube.
like a
And
chess
actually,
game.
this is much easier than last year. Although we're taking it
I
on.
like the way you're
Um,
thinking, though. No, it's a tough one. Can I
Thank
give you, because you asked about a demo, or you,
Yeah.
did you ask about a demo? And then, the workshops are on the back.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, guys. This was really fascinating. Thank you.
thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Interesting.
Can I see the John McDonald art again?
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I feel like he's one that I'm like, it's good, but that's one I could step away from. And then that would open up a spot in the coveted first month.
slot, yeah.
And then we could have what we originally proposed, which was Moen, Contini, and Second Friday together. And we could put Contini somewhere else. Yeah, you did that. Look at
Spaces
you.
gets two. Spaces gets two differences.
Here's
Mhm.
8:30, yeah.
Mhm.
Are we okay? Can we maybe move away from
Yes.
McDonald? Do we feel okay with that?
Have to move,
I,
Battery whole night.
I
will be
like
here.
them, but they're not like,
um,
what do you think? You like them?
I did, but I like a lot of
Excuse
them.
me.
So
I know,
that
it's so
somebody,
hard.
somebody, you know.
Excuse me, can we have
Can't do it all.
more cookies?
More cookies, definitely.
I got
We need our power
dinner before I
sleep almost.
I should
It's
have
like a
had it.
little
Forgot
too much.
about this one.
Oh, cookie chocolate.
Here, let's
this
give
time.
this to
took
Craig.
Mhm.
Okay, let's move this along. All right, so.
Okay, so we have group one.
Yeah.
We do?
No, we don't.
Oh, I thought you guys figured that out.
Do we, so can
Oh, okay,
we,
so
so
we
yeah,
need to decide
Craig,
on
can we
John
move
McDonald.
Nikki to the first and maybe say maybe to John McDonald?
Hold on just a second. So I put this in Excel to sort real quick. Here's what we're currently at.
Okay, nice.
I have a
Mm,
proposal.
Oh, it is
Look at the
good.
screen.
John McDonald alternate.
John
Mhm.
McDonald or an alternate,
That's my
great,
proposal.
And swap
So-
Nikki and John.
yeah.
So just to be clear, you would want Nikki in the first show?
Mhm.
You're recommending?
I think that one's about representation.
Okay, and then John would become an alternate, is what I'm hearing?
Do people feel okay with that?
Yeah.
I feel like that's fair.
I do.
I do, yeah.
Do you agree?
Mhm. Yeah.
And then, okay, and then the second one, that means that we have Marin 6 and Spence Snyder, oh, the artists and artists. Is there a third arts group we could incorporate? Or is that it? Like
Any other
New Moon?
maybes for,
Do we already have that?
New Moon was on the
We do not
third.
have New Moon yet.
Oh, I thought New Moon was on the third day.
Well, that's because we put them there.
You could select them.
Oh, but we liked that. No, we liked that with Adrian, right?
Yeah, I did.
The story.
I'm lukewarm on that, but
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide anyone that was a clear no.
What was
yeah.
the one you were saying was community? The second one, right?
Spaces,
Spaces, right.
Spence Snyder is the community theme.
And the other one we have slotted there is the Marin
Mhm.
6.
And let's just look at that again.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. I feel like that would pair well with kind of anything.
I know, I do too.
So I feel like we could put them, are they
Like-
flexible?
like they could
No, they're
be-
not.
I wish they were, because they could go with Bookagami.
Actually, I like that too.
This with Bookagami.
What if we moved Bookagami, because she's flexible, to the second space? Because that's collage work, is that what you were thinking, or just?
Right, but then what about Spence Snyder? Does he just get one spot?
Mm-hmm.
He gets one. Marin 6 gets one and Bookagami gets one, and
Uh-huh.
that's all in the second show?
Oh, it's good.
Okay,
Yeah, there are 3 rooms.
Okay.
One bigger room, one 2 later room. This one.
That'll be an interesting show. It doesn't all say community necessarily, but it feels like a good mix, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So did you, Craig? We were thinking for the second show, spaces with 1 gallery. And Marin 6 with 1 gallery
And then
and
Bokagami.
Bokagami.
Yep, I captured that.
Okay.
Okay, so the first 2 shows.
So we got those. Now we have to figure out the
Now
third, because
the
now we
third
have nobody
show.
for the third.
Yeah, well, we could do Reverie.
I'm gonna go ahead and just
That's the only time they want.
hide the, for now,
Oh.
just hide these.
Look at you.
Well, assuming they agree.
Okay, so we've really focused in, these are the artists that have not been allocated at this point in time on the screen.
Well, I think for me, the 2 that stand out are Reverie and the Fragile Key, but the Fragile Key is not available for the last slot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, okay.
What was the other one? So otherwise we have New Moon, the one of the family, which I liked. There's not really like a clear.
If the goal is to
narrative.
include more artists, then you would choose New Moon and Maura Harvey.
That's
And
why I'm. that's
Yeah.
you're thinking of inclusivity.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Maura Harvey, New Moon, and then who else is there? Because everybody else is like a no, we don't want to share.
Well, Maura Harvey would take up 2 spaces then maybe. The whole theme of family, which is kind of cool for that kind of holiday time period, maybe.
Yeah, but you weren't really.
Yeah, you didn't love the
Yeah.
work, right?
I did not love the work, but you guys.
I
feel
don't love the
differently.
work either. I think it's more
But to give
about
them
trying
2
to,
is-
yeah.
So basically, they want a 3 room, they want to just do a family solo show, they say.
But they said they'd be open to 1 gallery.
Why did we move
But here
Adrian
they
and
said
Diggs
the
to the
3,
second?
right?
Because we thought she would pair really nicely with what was that one that we said she would pair nicely?
So Marin 6 or spaces?
I just keep thinking of wine and cheese. Pairs nicely.
It's dinner time.
I know.
That sounds good.
Also, if you guys have idea, it's important to.
No, they're not.
Help them.
No, all you guys.
Oh my God, help us.
Okay.
It's so long this.
Not, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
So based on the conversation, it sounds like there is some prioritization consideration for getting more artists in.
Uh-huh.
So knowing that, the Gil Caulfield group has said that they're not willing to share, they want all 3 galleries. Is that something that you want to consider as just giving this 3rd time slot only to that group right now, or are we hearing no? You're
No,
not
because
interested?
we feel like Maura Harvey and the new artists also have a lot of artists.
So considering, should I hide this group for now from consideration and say that right now, the board's not considering them?
I mean,
Just to
one other
continue
thing,
to
one
isolate,
other
like,
thing we
it may
can
make
do.
I just think they're
decision
very
easier.
talented. I think the work is really interesting
Mm-hmm.
and different.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'd ask the same question about Bill Russell, though, that says they requested 3 galleries, not
Yeah.
interested in sharing, can make the same decision, right? that
Yeah,
you and
I think we've already said definitely.
hide them.
Yeah.
Tiffany Bozick, we've already kind of discussed. So we'd be hiding
Such a
them
shame.
at this
Same.
point.
yeah, same.
And so what that leaves you then with is you have 3 artists here that are kind of in the maybe category. I think the question would be, if you wanted to give each of them a room, you could just say these are the 3 that you'd be giving space to, or if you wanted to give multiple rooms to one of them, then you'd be making that decision instead.
Well, I think this is like a philosophical decision on, are we trying to bring really interesting art in there? Or
Mhm.
are we trying to include more artists? So what's the goal?
Right.
Is,
Balance, I guess.
I mean, as Falkirk, I mean, there was a rating, like a scale of, who got all the way you rated them, the way they got points.
I think my staff recommendation would be to to allocate space to all three of these artists because that kind of accomplishes both of those goals you just mentioned. You've got the ability to highlight groups of artists as well as individuals. They've all said that they'd be okay with one gallery space. So, you know, there's preferences for three, but they said they'd be okay with one. I think that to me, this would be the decision to accommodate more artists without saying no to someone.
I think it's fine. See what you said.
My proposal?
I agree with you, by the way.
Oh, okay. So I would move Adrian back to to third time slot and propose spaces gets 2 rooms again.
Yeah, I think, I agree.
Be
I'm not thinking of it as much in terms of like I'm not a space curator.
I like that idea.
How
I
many
like that
artists
idea.
is that Spaces one? Did he say? It's like a lot, it's a lot, right?
It's 7.
Oh, 7.
So they get 2 spaces and Marin 6 gets 1. And then Adrian goes to the third show.
Yeah.
And she is then with who?
The family, again, like story,
Okay,
and then the story of her, you know,
Okay.
the female story.
okay. And then the book. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you say that back to me then? What space?
Biggs, New Moon, and Maura Harvey are all in the third show.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
Yay.
New, Maura Harvey.
And can we
And I
say,
missed then who, so then you're giving spaces 2 rooms?
yeah,
And there's a theme of stories. And then there's a theme of community in the second show. And the first show is a theme of,
acceptance and representation.
I love it. There's themes.
Are
There's
there
themes.
other artists here that you weren't able to allocate space to that you'd like to recommend as alternates?
Well, I don't know if we've talked about that yet, but I guess there's like feelings about Marie Cragen, right? You didn't like.
No, but she, I mean, I think John
John
McDonald's, we
McDonald.
definitely said as an alternate for
John
the first
McDonald's.
show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else that was a clear alternate?
You guys liked Marie Cragen? No, did we? I don't remember.
No, I think look at the list.
her.
I think it was a kind of a clear no for Marie Creation.
Except
And I
for
think
me.
there was one other, Grace Lynn was kind of a clearer no. The rest were maybes at this point, so.
Okay. I think, I mean, because you both really liked her work, right? You said you liked her
Marie?
work, yeah.
Yeah,
Where
it's
would
just
you put her as an
you know-
alternate if she did have an alternative?
I don't. Are you as far as dates or?
No, sorry.
Okay,
If
sorry,
we
I'm
were to
totally
get,
off track.
I guess it doesn't matter.
This could be
Yeah.
just a general, I think, if you had 1 or 2 artists that you really thought had, great work that you'd like to feature, but we don't have a home for them, I would recommend maybe identifying 1 or 2 of them as alternates. That way, if Patty is working with these artists to try to confirm details and one of the artists doesn't work out, she can go back to them as the alternate,
Okay.
as another.
Well, John McDonald seemed like a clear one.
Yeah.
And then for me, the only other 2 alternates that stand out are the ones that want 3 spots.
Yeah,
Which
same.
is Fragile Key and Reverie.
Yes,
And I think
agreed.
they're both fantastic and it would be great if there was a 4th spot just for them
Yeah,
to exhibit, but
yeah. I was just gonna say, I wonder if we could give them the feedback that like they were top choices, but the inflexibility of date and amount of rooms made it impossible for us to pick them. And it's like, it's not because we didn't really love the work, because I completely agree with you. But it meant that we couldn't choose so many other people.
We have just a question for staff. We have like a disclaimer or like enough explanation that it's clear that if you're being firm.
Well, and they
And,
followed up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, their application clearly states,
Then I'm
like, are
okay
you
with it.
flexible?
Yeah, and I think in our application, we also clarify that we're trying to balance the demands of a lot of artists. as
Yeah,
well.
right.
And I think we can always get more clear on that if we need to in the future, if there's any confusion.
It sounds like it's clear enough. And they've just
My only
decided.
other question would be around the like long-standing shows that we have. What are the Terra Linda? What else is the other one? There's like a couple.
We have 2 jury shows.
Oh, 2. And you always have 2, or usually you only have 1?
We went back to offering 2 this coming year because of the amount of artists that it's able to serve. As we mentioned with that last jury show that we did, it was 70 artists that represent the community, so it's a
Okay.
lot of people.
Okay. Okay.
Do we,
So what I'm doing is I'm just, I'm cleaning up this document. I think at this point, what I would recommend is that if the board is ready to, finalize these recommendations, we would just need someone to, make a recommendation that these artists receive this allocated space as captured maybe on the spreadsheet, so we don't have to list every single name. And then, we could move forward.
Our acting chairs.
I can take a bio break.
We were so close.
let me give you that.
Thank you.
I really like her work a
And
lot.
here's a stack
I
of,
wonder if she'd be willing to teach that to kids. I think that would be really like,
she's good energy.
she does. Yeah, I saw it.
Very therapeutic idea of.
Yeah, I want to learn how to do it.
Mhm.
$65 a workshop's really reasonable too.
Oh, the passage.
Oh, here,
Is that mine?
you can have it.
Oh, no, I don't-
What's her name? Adrienne? I'm gonna follow her.
I
on
followed her,
Insta.
I followed her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Round bids in Tiburon.
So,
Okay, just for
So we're waiting for,
clarity, this is where we're landing here on the screen.
did you want to have coffee?
Okay.
That you wanted to have coffee.
we're reviewing,
I
I guess we need to wait.
Where's the, oh,
Can you
it's
enlarge it
at-
just slightly, Craig,
I
please?
can, I'm actually going to hide some of this. This is kind of inconsequential now.
I'm just kind of bummed about Reverie.
Me too. I'm really bummed.
We might see some of these artists reapply next year with, more flexibility and more availability.
Yeah, I mean, Reverie would mean we say, well, I guess, yeah, but theoretically we could if you said no to these two and then you moved Adrian back.
Yeah. We could.
I don't like that idea personally, but
I don't
you
either
could
for that
outvote me
reason, but
potentially.
yeah. I don't know, it's so hard.
I'll make the proposal. I'm gonna make the proposal.
She is.
Okay,
No, we're gonna
We're-
propose,
there's a
well,
motion.
I'd like to make a motion, I guess, yeah.
Mhm.
How should I word this? I would move to, can I refer to this spreadsheet or?
Yes.
Okay. I would move to, what's the language? I would move to recommend, I would move to approve the Falkirk
Falkirk exhibit schedule.
schedule as indicated on the screen.
I second.
Who was the second?
Morgan Shopler.
Thank you.
Still there.
All right, I'm here. All right, member Sandoval,
Yes.
member Skinner,
Yes.
member Schaufler,
Yes.
and member Zhao.
Yes.
All right, motion approved. Thank you.
That's a round of
you.
applause. That was a good one.
Becky's been
I
having
am gonna
popcorn.
stop sharing the screen here. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Becky.
And then we
Share-
have
Thanks, Becky.
shares out
Next
just
time.
real quick, just to kind of wrap up here, I think
yeah.
we, staff liaison report, I'm gonna keep it very short with my staff liaison report. I just, I wanted to, quickly call attention to the city's public art webpage. We've made some updates. One of the key things I want to call attention to is that the Downtown Centerville Art District has grant funds available right now that have been allocated to some public art projects. There's going to be an open comment period, like a public comment period, to review the proposals that are being put forward. That starts October 20th and runs through November 3rd. And so there's going to be some pop-ups. I think they're going to try to do some pop-up community outreach at places like Pond Farm Brewing, maybe other places around town, trying to tag on to other events. There's gonna be a survey that's put out. I'll make sure to share that link and information with all of you. But if you check out the city's public art webpage, all that information is listed there. So I think that's the kind of the key update I wanted to make sure that you were aware of that's coming up.
That's the follow-up to what we talked about in April.
It is, yes. Stacy Lawman with Economic Development came and gave that presentation and this is all.
So they have selected candidate projects.
There's some semifinalists that have been selected and you're gonna have the opportunity, the community can go to that website and take a look at those semifinalists and share some opinions about the different art at the different locations. So, yeah, it's exciting.
Very
Great.
exciting. It's been a long time.
And there were other things on my list, but I think they can wait. It's been a long meeting, so I'm gonna keep it short and light.
So our next meeting won't be until the new year?
So, yeah, this board meets quarterly. The next scheduled meeting will be in January of 2025. I think with some of these upcoming art projects, there's a chance we may want to schedule an ad hoc meeting that's off cycle. We're gonna try to give everyone as much advance notice as we can if that happens, but for now, that's the plan, is that we would reconvene in January. We do have in December, all of our city boards, committees and commissions are invited to end of year celebration that takes place coincidentally at Falkirk. So
That's you.
I'm not sure if that date has been set yet or not, but you should expect to receive an email inviting you to.
It is set, but oh God, when is it?
We just don't have the official invite out yet, but that's coming.
When is it? Cause I'm just
It's not official yet.
Not official yet, you'll get
Oh.
an invite. I was also just gonna mention, typically in this October meeting, we would appoint the chair and co-chair. That is a pretty straightforward process for the city. We'll be taking that on in January for this board. You know, the cycle is that whoever was the vice chair would be stepping into the chair role. And so, Member Zhao, I wanted to kind of flag that for you, that it's likely that unless you weren't interested in it, that you would become the chair next year, but we would be nominating and appointing a vice chair next year. So we'll be handling that at the January meeting in addition to any other routine business. So.
Do you
with
have a
that-
date for the January meeting?
Yeah, it's always going to be is it the third Wednesday of the month? And so that January meeting is going to be tentatively scheduled for third Wednesday of the month, right? So it's going to be Wednesday, the 21st of January, so.
14th.
January.
Oh,
Well,
no, the 21st? Oh, geez.
January of 2026, we'd be looking at, I think, January, your calendar looks different than mine.
21st, yeah. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, Wednesday, 7th, 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why, yeah.
Commission, okay, good.
no,
Sorry,
somewhere.
Yeah.
Whew,
Okay.
I think it's okay. Just out of,
We will
yeah.
do, I'll try to get you, I think one of the things I do for some other boards is I share kind of an anticipated work plan for the calendar year. We may have some additional projects and things coming your way next year. I may try to share that at the January meeting. Also reaffirm what the dates are and the schedule. So.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Thank you all for the long
Are we
meeting.
adjourned?
Yeah, can we adjourn?
Thank
So
you.
now you get to adjourn the.
We do have one more item,
Oh,
the board member reports.
No.
Do you have any? Item 5.
Craig did the one I would have shared.
we had this one. Yeah, here, other behalf report on the any meeting conference. And our summary, the board member.
I don't, unless anyone has any other board reports,
Public comment, yeah.
any reports from the board?
No comments.
Okay. So I think then you would move to adjourn the meeting.
Where is it?
Oh,
You open for public comment and then.
Close it,
And that's it.
Yes, so it's,
all you need to
Oh,
do
here,
is.
here it is. And then you adjourn. There.
and so the meeting. What time now?
8:55.
The meeting ending 8:55 PM. We're down here, right?
That's it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vicky. Wow.